acquired.
But yeah, he'd obviously be a fun fit in Seattle, given his Seattle ties, his time at Seattle University, his battles against the Mariners in the playoffs. I don't know how much he would change the complexion of the team. This is already a team I think of as known for frontline starting pitching, but I guess he would give them an even more elite horse at the front of that rotation. It would make an already pretty formidable rotation even deeper, even better. Kind of take that to a whole other level. The Mariners are already a team that I don't think opponents look forward to facing. But yeah, it could get real scary if you add Skubal to that mix.
Cody, I'm curious about kind of the sentiment in Detroit around a potential move here. And I ask because in our own experience here in Seattle, and I'm assuming they're in Detroit, sometimes there are very different fan perceptions of a player when trade rumors emerge. For instance, when Russell Wilson was rumored to be traded here, people were initially like, oh no, and then they started to kind of turn, and then people were like, you know what, I actually don't like Russell Wilson. And obviously his reputation definitely took a hit after being traded, but when he was still considered like a top-tier quarterback, local fan sentiment really did start to sour. Do you notice with Tarik Skubal that's happening, or is it more of anger towards the Tigers front office for not spending?
Yeah, I think Skubal's definitely a very popular player. I think right now, if there were to be that move, there would be certain fans who understand it, but especially the casual fans would not at all be happy. I think it would be some blame on Scott Harris, be some blame on Chris Ilitch, the chairman and CEO, for not spending what it takes to lock up Skubal. I think that's where the ire would go. Now, I think it's entirely possible the Tigers could offer Skubal $1 billion, and Scott Boras would still advise him to go test free agency. So I think the Tigers have to put their best offer on the table eventually, but I actually don't know how much power they really have here.
What's the outlook for the Tigers? They're an interesting team. You talked about how, they're out of it, they're in, made it to the playoffs. Just what does the future look like for this team as they stand right now?
Yeah, the future's certainly bright. This is, depending on what ranking you go to, it's a consensus top 5 farm system. Kevin Macdonald's the 1 or 2, top prospect in the game, and he could be big league ready next year. You have Max Clark, some other guys knocking on the door. You're bringing back pretty much your whole team from last season. It's not a perfect team, but it's a good team with a lot of young talent. They've proven to be a smart organization. They do a lot of little things well. They have one of the game's best managers in A.J. Hinch. So I think they're set up to be in the race for the foreseeable future. But it's also a question of, okay, how are they going to get to this next level? Are all these prospects going to develop like you hope? Because that hardly ever works out. Are they going to spend like a little bit of a bigger market team like they did 10, 15 years ago under Mike Ilitch? I don't think it'll be to that level, but that's a question. Is the way they construct their roster going to change? Are they going to spend more, bring in more veterans? And if not, is their internal talent really enough to win a World Series? That's kind of the big question. In a way, they're not completely just like the Mariners in that setting. The Mariners have had good competitive teams, but obviously fans wanted to see them do more. And then Jerry Dipoto got real aggressive at this year's trade deadline. And in a way, it paid off. And in a way, everyone's still asking, okay, you're close. What did it take to get over the hump? And I think that's where the Tigers are. And we're about to learn a lot about how they actually want to run this organization going forward.
Staying in a related topic, my last question for you, Cody, is a little more philosophical. The Tigers and Mariners aren't in the exact same space with payroll, but they both look to develop their teams in similar ways. We're going to draft, trade, develop, and we are simply neither team is going to be a favorite to land the highest price free agent, right? Like it's so both would theoretically be in similar places in terms of, okay, well, is it worth it to you to give up some prospects for 1 year of someone that you wouldn't normally afford? Here, we have a lot of people going, I just don't know if it's worth it. Like, you have these prospects that could work out. You're talking 5-6 years of club control, someone who could become a perennial all-star, and you're only getting 1 year of someone, in this case, Tarik Skubal, that maybe he gets hurt. Maybe he isn't as great. What are the odds of winning a third Cy Young? So I wanted to kind of throw it your way if you were to look at it from the point of view of the Mariners for Skubal, but even more abstractly from a club that doesn't spend, that's close to being a true contender. Is it worth it to you? I'm sure you've had these types of conversations before to like give up those pieces to kind of win in the window you're in.
Yeah. That's a great question. It's certainly a little bit of a gamble when you acquire a guy for only 1 year. If he were under team control for even 2-3 years, I would say 100% that's worth it for anybody. When it comes to 1 year, I think you really have to trust your scouts. You really have to trust your analysts. And even though we talked about you're going to have to give up some good players, you kind of have to hope the guys you are giving up in return aren't going to come back and really haunt you, aren't guys who are going to blossom into superstars. At the same time, this game's about trying to win the World Series, right? And what better way to try to win the World Series than get hands down the best pitcher in the American League on your team? Banners fly forever, all those good sayings. So I think if you're a team that has the farm depth and is set up to win going forward, I think it can make some sense to push the chips in. I think sometimes it's big moves like that look, they don't always work out, but sometimes they do. And I think sometimes it takes getting a little bit bold, especially if you want to contend with the Dodgers and some of the other behemoths we see in this sport right now. Draft, trade, develop. It's a great model, but a lot of teams have tried to become the Astros, and no one has quite succeeded in replicating that model with championships to show for it. So that's all I'll say. It's a hard question, but there's a real argument to just go get a guy like Tarik Skubal and see what you can do with him.
He is the Athletics' Cody Stavenhagen. Cody, thank you.
Thanks, Cody.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Bye. Get your takes in for Bold Take Friday, Week 12 Seahawks Titans, 866-979-3776. That's next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. Like, you have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
Stacy here, and if you're in the market to sell your car or explore getting a new one, I have to tell you about the coolest thing. It's Wayscar Ford's vehicle profit sharing program. Here's how it works. You sell them your old car at fair market value. You can sell it that day, get paid right away. The whole thing takes about 30 minutes. Then when they resell it, they split the profit 50-50 with you. It's not a consignment. It's a way for a trusted local dealership to avoid things like auction fees and then split savings with an actual customer. Listen, I am someone who sold an old car years ago and got completely ripped off. It was also later involved in a crime. I don't have enough time to tell you about it. It's another story for another day. But I wish I would have known about this program, and it's why I'm telling you about it now. Other people are finding out. Wayscar Ford just surpassed sharing over $1 million with customers who have sold them their cars. Sell your car for top dollar and get a share in half the profit when Wayscar Ford resells it. Why would you want to sell your car anywhere else? WayscarFord.com. That's WayscarFord.com.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saline, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
Temperatures are dropping, but you don't have to settle for a chilly home this winter. Keep cozy and safe with energy-saving products during Washington Energy's home heating sale on now. Upgrading your home is as easy as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 off. Take $1,000 off furnaces, fireplaces, and water heaters, $2,000 off high-efficiency heat pump systems, and $3,000 off whole home generators and ductless mini splits, plus free financing. Washington Energy Services, your expert resource for affordable home comfort. Call for a free estimate.
I'm Rusty George. My local marketing agency specializes in helping companies in the building and manufacturing industries develop the right kind of websites and marketing strategies to attract and win more business. Visit us today at rustygeorge.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
We are well into the rainy season, Seattle, but it's not too late to get your roof replaced. Schedule your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com and get $500 off your roofing project this winter. Our certified technicians build a custom plan for your home, ensuring a worry-free installation even in the winter months. Replace your roof now while material prices are low and lead times are short. Stop wasting your time on costly repairs and Band-Aid fixes. Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today and secure your $500 discount. 3Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Headed outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nellie on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on seattlesports.com.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it? Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Hey, it's Tim Hunter, former Seattle radio goofball here with two words that aren't funny. Prostate cancer. Get your annual checkup. Keep an eye on that PSA number. And if you hear those two words like I did, talk to the folks at Swedish Cyberknife. 5 treatments, minimally invasive and technologically advanced over the other options. If you were a friend, and I consider you one, I'd highly recommend Swedish Cyberknife. We are so lucky to have them right here in town. Do your research, but definitely visit swedish.org/cyberknife prostate.
Dave Wyman here, and we've been fortunate to hear from 2 Swedish Cyberknife patients this year, Andy Ryder and Tim Hunter. Both heard about Cyberknife from our radio ads and completed successful treatment, raving about their experiences. Tim was impressed that treatment only took 5 days. Andy hosted a large international delegation the week after his treatment. If you, a friend, or a family member is diagnosed with prostate cancer, consider treatment with Swedish Cyberknife here in Seattle. Go to swedish.org/cyberknife prostate.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
It's time for Bold Take Friday.
Time to get your boldest, baddest takes in for Week 12. Seahawks taking on the Titans. 866-979-3776. Think of your bold takes. Text them in now. I have a quick question for you, Bump, from a listener, Daniel in Everett.
Okay.
He said, please ask Bob. Please include it. Why, he says, if we have, let's say, a 3+ score lead in the end of the third or the beginning of the fourth, where there's a notable amount of time left, why not bring in Milroe and see what we have?
I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him in. Why not? But he has to be active. You only have 2 active quarterbacks in third and emergency quarterbacks. So if we see Milroe, that means bad things have happened to the quarterback spot.
Okay, that's
and they're not going to activate him in front of Drew Lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bold takes in 866-979-3776. I'm going to start with this one. Last night, we saw the Houston Texans defense get 8 sacks of Josh Allen, and the Seahawks defense will do 2 better. 206 says defense gets 10 sacks.
10 sacks.
What's the most sacks by team in a game? That would have to be.
Didn't the Seahawks get 11 on the Giants a couple of years ago on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're right. I know that the single player record is 7, right?
Derek Thomas
8.
against the Seahawks.
7, 8.
In a game the Seahawks won.
That's a cool stat.
Yeah.
But the team record, if it's not 11 or 12, I don't know. I got to look this up. 10 sacks for the defense.
10 of them things.
You see that as a possibility?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The disrespect. Wow. Another one. Bold take, says TJ in the 425. I know I just said we'd win 37-3, but bold take, I think the Seahawks shut out the Titans 37-0 and pull ahead 27-0 by halftime. Take the foot off the gas in the second, score just 10 more.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, Bump, what's your bold take?
My bold take, JSN at the end of this game will be the franchise leader when it comes to single season receiving yards. He needs 157 to tie that thing, 158 to pass it. He's going to go nuts, but he's got to do it early because they're going to sit him in the fourth quarter. So he's got to do it through 3 quarters. He'll have over 157 yards, making him the greatest receiver in franchise history. I know, before y'all text me, Steve Largent, Doug Baldwin, DK Metcalf. My man is about to break that record in 12 games.
Bump, I have so much respect for you.
Do you?
And I think you do have a lot of bold takes. But a listener did text in a take.
What's that?
Just a little bit bolder than that one.
Oh, yeah?
They said the same take, but that it would happen in the first half.
Now, that's crazy talk. All right? Now, that is crazy talk. If it does happen, kudos.
Sir, please, I beg of you. Curtis, what's your bold take?
Have some decorum in bold take Friday.
This is a respected tradition, okay? Be professional.
So we heard throughout this week Mike Macdonald say Ken Walker is going to get more carries. He's going to get more share of the action, and good on him. And I think he's going to pay that off in a big way.
Wow.
Ken Walker in the first half, 140 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Stop that right now in the first half.
First half.
Because
Because as we talked about this week, you don't want these starters playing in the second half because if they are, then that means this game's way too close for comfort.
Yeah, I want to see George Halani in the fourth quarter.
Drew
George
Lock,
Halani,
get out
Drew
there.
Lock, just everyone getting some reps.
Man.
Let's see. I got a couple more. Matt, did you have a bold take?
I have 2 bold takes.
Okay, you specifically asked that I go to you, so.
Well, okay, people didn't need to hear that, but
do it. I know what you're gonna do. Do
I
it,
feel
Matt.
like I know what you're gonna do. Fine.
First
just
bold take.
Do it.
Stacy is going to enjoy an iced coffee during the game on Sunday.
So
who has an iced coffee now after being all bougie?
I wasn't bougie.
Hot coffee is actually a sign of emotional maturity.
I said on Monday that I've been an iced coffee person my whole life, even in the middle of winter, but I've decided that hot coffee is actually better than iced coffee because I had some, and it's the new iced coffee, and that people who drink hot coffee are emotionally mature and grown, and now that's me. Then Matt and Bump and Curtis said, guarantee this is a phase, and in maybe 3 days. Curtis called it for today. He said, on Friday, you're going to walk in here with an iced coffee.
I'm going to hear the ice jingling in your cup
I said,
as you walk down the hall.
No, I'm not. And then I walked down the hall.
Yeah. Called that.
Did you have another one, Matt?
Yes.
Okay.
Mike Lefko is going to cry himself to sleep because the Seahawks will win.
There you go. Sorry, Lefko.
Look at Matt with a sports take, huh?
Dang.
Knew you get into sports sooner or later.
Okay, I got a couple more here. Oh, Curtis. No, you already said Curtis. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jeremy says Zach Charbonnet will outdo Walker with not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns.
Nah. Coach Macdonald said that stuff's over. K9's going to get more carries.
That's done.
We're done with that.
Bold take 509. Both Witherspoon and Woolen get pick sixes in the first half. A lot of in the first half.
You know
bold
what?
Takes.
This is what I'm talking about. We got to chill. We are disrespecting the Titans.
No, we're not.
We got to chill,
Bob,
man.
We opened the show
We
saying
gotta
the Titans
chill.
are a bad team.
They are, man.
No, I'm not chilling.
You know what? Then I went downstairs and recorded a game preview, and Trevor was even like, yeah, they're bad. And we started talking about how bad they are. But then I said, look, but they do something better.
Nope.
They don't turn the ball over like the Seahawks do.
They're bad. They're bad news bears. I am ignoring sports karma for this.
I'm not.
Just like I said, superstitions aren't real, and just like I said, jinxes aren't real. Saying the Seahawks are absolutely, positively going to beat the Titans is not going to cause bad karma.
No, I'm not mad
Thank
at
you, Matt.
saying they're going to beat them. It's just These are the boldest takes we've ever seen.
They're going to beat them by 24.
24.
Thank you, Matt, again.
Oh, man, the disrespect.
I refuse.
You know what now? You know what? I want it to be close now. You know what? Make it a close game. The disrespect is getting crazy, all right?
That's just it there. You know why? Because it's a bold take to say it's going to be close.
It is.
I want it to be close now. Okay. 866-979-3776. Bold take. Seattle's currently 7-3. Going into the playoffs. Ooh, this is a look ahead bold take. They're going to be 13-4. I said what I said. It would be their best record since 2013. That's very, very cool. Bold take, Darnold throws 0 interceptions. 4 touchdowns, and Stacy's prediction will be wrong.
How many times has he thrown no interceptions? Twice this year, I think.
Thrown what?
Has not thrown an interception in the game. Twice?
Oh God, good
Let me
question.
look up his game log.
Definitely once, but then...
You got 1, 2, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I don't like how encouraged I'm trying to sound.
Anything's possible.
I like Sam Darnold. I don't care. Let's see. Stacy's out of her mind today. Might be a little something in her coffee. No, I've just had a lot of it today.
You get 3 shots or 4 shots?
Well, the problem is I had a small cup of coffee, and then I ordered this iced coffee because it just sounded so good on my way in. So approximately 4.
4 shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Watch high school playoff football live Saturday for the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, presented by STSPN. The number 7 ranked Moses Lake Mavericks take on the number 2 ranked Lake Stevens Vikings. Live Saturday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. from Lake Stevens High School for the 4A football state quarterfinals. Watch the game live Saturday at 4 p.m. exclusively on the Seattle Sports app, SeattleSports.com, and Seattle Sports YouTube page. For full 2025...
Moses Lake was cheating low-key.
Oh, my God. For full 2025 matchups, visit SeattleSports.com/high school. Coming up, speaking of the Seahawks, instead of taking a look ahead to Sunday, let's take a look back for a very important reason.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. Like, you have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. At Bail Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bailalarm.com today.
Hear that? Sounds like holiday fun kicking off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Kind of like the starting bell to Grandma's house. Or maybe snowbirding. And eventually back home safe and sound.
Hey guys, we're home.
Just remember to stop by before you go to make sure your road's as smooth as possible. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Oil changes in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Don't miss the Daniel Jeremiah Show, presented by Marquee Data.
I think he's been awesome.
Tuesday mornings at 8:30 with Brock and Salk.
If this is where he is right now, he could win an MVP.
Only on Seattle Sports.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Seattle. And our more than 95 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
This year's ratings of the best TVs just got published, and Samsung, LG, and Sony scored the highest. Also, they warned about the poor performance of the bargain brands promoted at some stores. So where can you get the best deal on the top-rated TVs? At the club? Online? Nope. At Video Only. They've got their better than Black Friday deals on right now. Don't be sorry. Check out video only before you buy.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. And people say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Every jersey tells a story.
So many people dressed in Seahawks blue.
From unforgettable touchdowns.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, Johnny on the spot.
To game-changing hits.
He gets hit again. Leonard Williams drags him down.
To memorable catches.
Jordan drops back to pass in the end zone to Larkin. Touchdown, Seahawks!
History lives in every throw. Shop official Seahawks jerseys in-store at Lumen Field, The Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/pro-shop.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Could we see Joe Burrow on Sunday? The Bengals quarterback is officially questionable for Week 12 against the Patriots. He hasn't played since Week 2 when he suffered a toe injury. The Kraken beat the Blackhawks 3-2 last night, bouncing back after a Tuesday loss to the Red Wings. Next up, taking on the Penguins tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. Don't think of this as a mid-season report card because it's not actually mid-season, but the success of the Seahawks, of Sam Darnold, just how they've taken off this year, the contributions from rookies, had us thinking about all the moves made in the offseason. So, a look back, we are going to grade the biggest offseason moves made by the Seahawks now that we are in Week 12. We have a lot of evidence now, a lot of stuff we can look to and point to. So, let's start with the most obvious one. Number one, quarterback move. Traded Geno Smith to the Raiders for a 2025 third-round pick, which was used to take Jalen Milroe. And then you added in free agency Sam Darnold. Your grade, Bump?
Repeat that one more time for me.
Trading Geno and adding Sam Darnold.
Here's the thing about this.
Wait a minute.
Let me talk. You want me to just give you a straight? I mean, we got some time to fill.
I'm just wondering now what your grade is going to be.
I'm gonna talk it through.
Okay.
I'm showing my work.
You scared me for a
It's
minute.
like mathematics.
Okay, sure. That makes sense.
Gino's not having a great year.
Okay.
His team is garbage. Offensive line is whack. I don't believe your tight end can be your number one option in the pass game unless he's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Browers might be. Genty is not who we thought he was or what they thought he was. Chip Kelly is not calling the game the way I think he should call the ball game. Sam Darnold's coming off the worst game of his career, possibly. Maybe not. Get the top three. Top three, for sure. He's the most accurate quarterback in the game. All right, man, you know what this is. I just said all that just to say what you know I'm going to say. I'm going to give him an A.
Okay.
I'm going to give him an A. At the time, I thought it was a lateral move. At the time, I'm like, I don't know. I think we can do the same thing with Gino. But also, we haven't seen Gino under this offense as well. I think Gino is back into the situation he was when Grubb was the OC here. But no, that's an A. Easy.
Okay. Now that I know how you're approaching this, for a minute I thought you were going to be like, hear me out. This is a C, and here's why. I was like, no way. I don't believe you think this. Okay. Understood. I'm also giving this an A. TBD what Gino would look like here in Seattle, but I think Sam's also a fit with Kubiak and a fit with your system in a way that feels different from Gino. And that's not to say Gino isn't talented. Gino was more talented here than he is in Vegas right now. Like, it does feel like there's a slight difference in talent. He's also playing for a worse team. But yeah, I really liked it. Was a smart move and continues to be another underrated quarterback move. Like a definitely got the spotlight, headline-making quarterback move, but underappreciated and underrated by John Schneider.
206 says, you guys are easy graders. It's a B.
How is it a B?
I don't know.
Well, 206. Yeah, how is it a B?
Explain yourself.
Let's see. Okay. Next one, wide receiver shuffle. So the main move here is trading DK Metcalf to the Steelers for a 2025 second-round pick, which was then used, keep in mind, to trade up for Nicky Manwari. To, I think, make this a little spicier, you can focus on this move itself, or you can focus on, like, wide receiver shuffle, adding Cooper Kupp, adding MVS, drafting Torrey Horton, like the wide receiver room. So kind of pick however you want to.
DK Metcalf has the franchise record with 1,303 yards. Jason is about to pass that up right now. This is another move to where I thought, I don't know, is Jason ready? Granted, I was not at practice every day. I'm not in the film room. I wasn't in the mind of Jason and didn't have the access to his capabilities fully because I'm not there every day. When this move went down, I wasn't concerned, but I was curious. I'm like, all right, let's see what JSN can do. End of the day, and you use that pick to pick up, or that move to pick up Nicky Manwari, who I think has not transformed this defense, but gave it another element. And he's going to be a staple in this defense for years to come. This move right here is another A.
This specific move is an A because DK, who's actually on pace to surpass his 2024 total in yardage and touchdowns, requested a trade. What were you going to do? You know what I mean? This wasn't like, hey, we're demanding that DK be on the move. You saved yourself quite a bit of cap room. The wide receiver room as a whole, wide receiver shuffle, I gave a B only because Cooper Kupp hasn't been quite as productive as I was hoping he could be.
See, that's the difference for me. He's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do.
See, maybe I thought that I was being more pessimistic, but I think in hindsight, I was probably expecting more than you were for Cooper Kupp. And then I counted MVS against them, which is maybe unfair. It's the only bad move they made.
I asked for 600 to 700 yards out of Cooper Kupp, and you're probably going to get that. He's at like 390 or something right now.
Yeah.
Can I respond to somebody?
Yes.
I love responding. 206, bump. Gino's a bust and always has been. It doesn't matter if he was over here playing behind this line or not. It's him. He's not that guy. Never said he was that guy, and you can't be a bust when you're a second-round pick. Can't be a bust. Busts are reserved for 1 through 10, 1 through 15. Second-round pick, impossible to be a bust.
Yeah, fair point. So this one is separate, releasing Tyler Lockett.
Unfortunately,
I know.
My heart was hurt seeing young man Tyler Lockett, one of the best human beings to play in this organization, go. It was time, though. He didn't produce in Tennessee. And granted, no one's producing in Tennessee. They don't have a receiver with over 340 yards over there. Not producing in, Las Vegas. Granted, we know the situation there in Las Vegas, but this receiving core got better with him not in it, and it hurts me to say that. I might be an easy grader because I think, you know what? Just because it's Tyler Lockett, B. I was going to go A. You know what? B.
No, but you want to give it A.
Give it a B. I want to, but I'm not going to disrespect the homie like that.
But also,
I'll give it an A.
Thank you, because a cool part of this point is that the lowest grade any of us have given was a B.
Yeah.
It's been a phenomenal offseason for them.
Giving it a B.
So I had signed Sam Darnold.
Hold on.
Oh.
Jake Bobo. Tyler Lockett can do what Jake Bobo's done. Not much. That's why it's a B, because you put him in this core. He's equivalent to a Jake Bobo right now.
Oh.
So it's a B.
Okay.
I'm just showing my work again.
Signed DeMarcus Lawrence as a free agent.
DeMarcus. Dang, man.
You
He's
feel like you're
balling.
being an easy grader.
I got to be tougher. Got to be tough on these kids, man. This ain't a cupcake class. Remember when you look at your schedule and you say, "Oh, I got Miss Arati. She's an easy grader." Hey, let's say A, another A.
It is, though.
It's an A.
It is. This was a really underrated move. I think everyone looked at it and thought, well, I shouldn't say everyone. There were a few outside critics that looked at Seattle adding, very specifically, Cooper Kupp and DeMarcus Lawrence as free agents and said, oh, you're adding older guys? Like, how are they going to help you? But Seattle was adding them to add a veteran presence, add some savvy to a very young team, but those guys could still very much contribute.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence, especially, still very much contributing. All right, well, let me make it a little tougher for you. How about extending Ernest Jones?
Ernest Jones. Only the leader of this defense. Only the guy who stands up for his quarterback and makes sure that y'all don't go after him. Another A. You want A.
Bumps class is easy.
I'm the professor. You're like, oh, we got bump. Easy A. Just show up and participate.
But on Rate My Professor, it's over the top. People are like, this professor's awesome. It's so easy to pass his class.
On.
Yeah, it's so cool to pass his class. He'll sit backwards in a chair. Hey, kids. Hey, fellow kids.
Backwards in a chair. Who does that? You know, did I tell you my professor story in college? People thought I was teaching a class. There was this professor. His
when you
initials,
were in college?
yeah. They're like, Bumper, you teaching a class? I'm like, I'm a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the professor. His initials were M. Bumpus.
What was his? Do you remember his first name?
No. I went and shook his hand. I go, family. Let's get it.
Okay. How about this? So to make it a little more complicated, we initially had drafted Gray Zabel in the first round. I think both you and I would give that an A. So what I'm going to do instead is combine Seattle's last two drafts and frame it this way. Seattle adding to the trenches in back-to-back years over adding other very impactful pieces. As a reminder for everyone, drafted after Byron Murphy in 2023-4 was Jared Verse, who went on to become Defensive Rookie of the Year. Drafted after Gray Zabel, this past draft, was Emeka Egbuka, who in all likelihood will be Offensive Rookie of the Year. So how about that? That makes it a little more, it adds some layers. Okay, Seahawks addressing the trenches over other contributors in back-to-back years. Your grade.
This defense is top 5 in the game right now. JSN is the best receiver in the game right now. Love you, Mecca. Big up Stillicum High School. I'm good. Didn't need Mecca. This offensive line was one of the worst in the game last year. You added a piece that's going to be here for hopefully a very long time. You drafted some tackles a few years back, too. You're starting to build this offensive line, this defensive line. Byron Murphy is playing like a Pro Bowl type of guy this year. Easy grade. Another A. Another A.
Over Jared Verse.
Another A. Another A. Yeah.
What if I added 2023?
Add 2023. So then you got
Witherspoon
Spoon.
over
You got
Jalen Carter.
JSN.
So for Curtis and I were talking about this. For 3 consecutive years, the Seahawks actually used like mid to upper first round draft picks. And with that comes, oh my God, a lot of other guys in the first round end up being pretty solid, right? So you're always going to do a sliding door is what would have been. There's an alternate universe where you have on your team Jalen Carter, Jared Verse, Emeka Egbuka.
First 2 picks this past season. Gray Zabel, Nicky Mawari, going to be here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's first round pick, Byron Murphy, going to be here for a while. 2023 first-round picks, Devin Witherspoon, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Going to be here for a while. Jared Verse is a baller. I think he's probably, he is producing more than Byron Murphy is right now, but they got different jobs. And we don't have an edge rusher right now that are doing the things that Jared Verse is doing. So, therefore, A-.
Wow, easy grader.
Easy grader.
I'm going to give them an A as well. So my last question for both of us, obviously we'll start with you. I thought was really interesting about this conversation, and honestly most texters had the same grades, is that you have to really search for a mistake the Seahawks made in the offseason. This isn't meant to just put on rose-colored lenses and say everything the Seahawks do is perfect. What it's meant to say is, wow, imperative and like foundational to some of the success we're seeing this year and this kind of like upward trajectory the team has been on has been really acing some free agent signings, some midseason trades, and some draft picks. That has been really hugely important. And credit to them for that, because I think when you look at previous seasons, there was a personnel gap between Seattle and some of the best teams. That gap is rapidly shrinking.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's they're hoarding talent right now. They're collecting. And it's been a great, I didn't go maybe, 2022. You got Charles Cross, you got Kenneth Walker, Abe Lucas, Kobe Bryant, Reek Woolen. 22, 23, 24, 25. The last 4 drafts, they have done their thing. They are cooking. John Schneider, GM of the Year. Give him some love. Goodness gracious.
Did John Schneider just get, in the Seahawks front office, just get an A in our class? Sure.
They did.
That doesn't mean that getting an A in our class is easy. We're tough professors, okay?
We reward participation.
Thank you.
Attendance.
Thank you. Want to. High motor.
Charisma.
Yeah.
He took some risks on a group project with the Raiders and Steelers.
Absolutely did.
Yeah.
So we applaud effort and creativity.
We do.
Yeah.
It's like an elective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an elective.
It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to 4 Down territory.
This is 4 Down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, how would the Titans be able to do the unthinkable? It's not going to happen and beat the Seahawks.
I'm not disrespecting the Titans no more today.
Because I'm doing it too much.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
The Hawks have a fumbling problem. That's an issue.
Yeah.
All right, if I'm the Tennessee Titans, I'm trying to punch the ball out every single chance I get. Sam Darnold has an issue with simulated pressure. What that is when you look like you're bringing 5, you only bring 4, but the 4th one you bring from depth, like as a linebacker or a safety or something. So it looks like you're bringing more than 4, but you're really not. If I'm the Titans, I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be stout in the run game. We know that the Hawks right now aren't very good in the run game. They're averaging like 3.8 per clip. You know what? Last year, the run game was better. 4.2 per clip last year. So all those things have to happen for the Titans. And then Cam Ward has to have the one rookie performance that they have every now and then where you're reminded why he's the number 1 draft pick. He hasn't gone for over 300 yards all year. He's got to go for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. If you start seeing those things happen, that's how the Titans are going to get this done. I don't think they're going to get it done, but I'm tired of the Titans slander, sticking up for Mike Lefko and everyone else in Tennessee. They might not believe, but I believe you can play a decent game. All right? You go out there and you play your hearts out.
You know what I'll say about Cam Ward? Easiest person to root for. Were he not playing Seattle this weekend, I would be rooting for that every weekend for him.
For sure. Yeah.
First 0-star recruit to become a number 1 overall pick. Like an amazing story.
This is what we do. Wazoo, we just put out quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
That's
I mean?
actually true.
You know, we develop them, they leave us, and then they enter the league and
but
do their
you
thing.
build them up.
We build them up. Next up, John Mateer.
2nd down. Who has an opportunity to factor himself into the future of this team?
Every opportunity I've gotten in football was because somebody got hurt. I was in high school. I was Washington, but Washington State.
4-time homecoming king.
Washington State. My guy Marty Martin goes down 2nd week of the season. Boom, I go in. The spot is mine. In the NFL, like 3 guys went down. I got an opportunity. A little different NFL. They get healthy. You pay them. They get to play. But I got an opportunity because of injuries, and that's how the league works. Oluwatimi has an opportunity. He has an opportunity to show these guys, look, I can play. You have a problem at the guard spot, go ahead and push me over there. I can play some guard. I'm going to hold it down at center. My my college coach, Mike Levinseller, used to always say, Wally Pipp, don't get Wally pipped. And I remember seeing these freshmen come in when I was at Washington State, good freshmen, Brandon Gibson, Joshua Anderson. They would come in, and I'm looking at those other guys. I'm like, they ain't taking my spot. That is Oluwatimi. He's coming into a situation to where the O-line has been solid for the most part throughout the year, but there is a link or two to where you question. So with this opportunity, Oluwatimi, hook up with Big Ray like you've been. Big Ray's been kind of mentoring this guy. And get your mind right, work on that pass pro, and show this team that you can be a guy here, because we still have a question or two when it comes to that offensive line.
Great mentor to have as an offensive lineman.
Sure.
Third down. Why does the run game have potential this week?
All right, so I talked about it. The Hawks are averaging 3.8 yards per attempt. That is the 29th worst in the NFL. Last year, they were at 4.2 yards per attempt. Here's the good news. The last 3 games, the Tennessee Titans are giving up 5.2 yards per rush attempt. That's the 4th most in the NFL. The Titans are saying, let me help you. Let me show you that you can get this run game going. This is an opportunity for the Seahawks to get their groove back. It is crazy because they have a game where they rushed for over, 135 against the Rams last week, 198 against the Arizona Cardinals. But we still haven't had that game where we feel like things are really moving. This could be that game. You combine that with Mike Macdonald saying, look, we're going to give K9 more reps. He's earned the right to touch the football a bit more. He should have had 2 touchdowns last week. One was called back. He's 3rd in the league when it comes to explosive runs. We're talking about the run game like it doesn't exist, but it's giving us exactly what we asked for last year. They are 14th in the league when it comes to running the rock, but we feel like there is more there. The Tennessee Titans, they're the Robitussin. They're the Advil. They're the ibuprofen. They're going to help you. They're going to make you feel better because they're not a very good football team. Stop with the disrespect, though, okay? Tennessee Titans, help us. Help us get this run game going.
I said this off air, but it reminds me of when I said on air that I wanted to get a Ouija board so that on air I could communicate with Babe Ruth and ask him if he thought Shohei Ohtani was better than him. And then enough people texted in and they were like, Stacy, don't play like that.
Don't play with the
devil.
spirits.
Yeah, they said don't play with the spirits. Don't let the spirits in. And at first I was like, oh my God, this is going to be like it's $14.99 on Amazon. Like the letters are crooked. This is not a real, there's no real, but this is, come on. But then it started to scare me. And then I found that a fear I didn't have 20 minutes before that was then one I had, where all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, what if I let the spirits in? Like that makes me nervous.
Right.
I'm not messing around with that. That's how I feel a little bit about the Titans. So I'm trying to push it down. Like when you have hiccups, that's what I'm trying to do with fear of the Titans. I'm going to stand 10 toes down.
Good.
4th down. What should happen in the first quarter?
The Hawks should get going. Waste no time. They're averaging 8 points per game in the first quarter. That's the most in the NFL. The last 3 games are averaging 10 points per game in the first quarter. The Hawks typically get out to a good start. The Tennessee Titans are giving up 6.7 points per game in the first quarter. That's the 4th most. Again, let me help you. The Titans are sitting here. They're your comfort blanket. They're that friend you call when things aren't going good. The person you text when you need some advice. This is the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, we need you. All right, just continue to be yourself. All right, don't change for anybody.
Be yourself.
Be yourself and help us get off to this good start, or this fast start, because the Hawks have shown that's what they like to do. So this is your bounce back game, man. This is that get right. This is the everything's okay. This is the Sam Darnold, get your swag back. I want celebrations. I want y'all to act like this is the #1 team in the league right now. Celebrate, have fun. I know Stacy doesn't like people celebrating all the time, but celebrate, have some fun out there. You're against celebrating.
I didn't say that. This was when the Mariners were celebrating, clinching a playoff spot, and then would maybe a day or two later, whenever that happened, celebrate winning the American League West. And I said, well, do you think it takes away from the AL West celebration if you have a celebration before? And Bump said, that is ridiculous.
We
celebrate all the time. And then I said, okay, you guys are right. Both celebrations were very cool.
Yeah. So
I was wrong.
We need some celebrations here in Tennessee. I want to see some new ones too. I need the barnyard. I need Leo to do his tongue waggle again.
I need a Rashid Shaheed touchdown
I need that
so that
too.
we can see what the celebration looks like.
Need that too. He seems like a humble dude. Like he's just gonna run to the sideline.
Oh
and
my
get
God.
hyped.
Will you tell listeners how it was for Hawks Live? You and Paul talked to him yesterday, Rashid Shaheed.
He is one of the most well-rounded individuals I've spoken to. And over the years, I've been doing the show 6-7 years now. I didn't even do that on purpose either. And they're always, every year there's a guy who kind of stands out. And Shaheed has been that guy this year. Also, Sundell was cool too, though. I like Sundell.
Can you always tell, do you kind of like watch a guy like between breaks where you're like, I'm trying to get a gauge, like this guy's a good dude and kind of see how they act?
He stayed and took pictures with everyone who wanted to take a picture with him.
I love that.
And I was like maybe half an hour after he was done.
That's awesome. Hawks Live, Thursdays, 7 p.m., Bellevue Square Center Court, hosted by Michael Bumpus and Paul Moyer. Where in the world is Lane Kiffin going to coach next season? The latest next.
After hitting a flat note in L.A.,
Sam looking, dumps a pass, it's intercepted. That's number 4.
the Seahawks head down yonder to Nashville, looking to get that twang back.
As a team, we're in good shape. One loss doesn't define us.
Rocking and rolling their way to another win.
You know, it's about us, how we can get better as a team.
When we do it right, it's all within our wheelhouse.
Seahawks, Titans, Sunday, kickoff at 10 a.m., pregame at 7. Giddy up.
On the home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Smarter clean in half the time. Brought to you by Swiffer Power Mop. Tired of the mop and bucket struggle? The Swiffer Power Mop gives you a mop and bucket clean without all the extra work. It's an all-in-one cleaning tool that mops smarter, not harder. With built-in solution that breaks down dirt and grime. And a pad with over 300 scrubbing strips to absorb and lock sticky messes. It even gets into places a regular mop can't. And leaves your home smelling fresh for hours. Try the Swiffer Power Mop today. Love it or your money back. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
The birth of the American supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saleen, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
Seattle's rainy season is here. Don't wait to replace your roof. Schedule your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com and get $500 off your roofing project. Our expert team creates a custom plan for your home, ensuring a smooth, worry-free installation even in the winter months. With material prices low and lead time short, now is the best time to act. Stop throwing money at costly repairs. Protect your home this winter with a new roof from your neighbors at 3Tree Roofing. Visit 3treeroofing.com today to secure your $500 discount. 3Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry and dream engagement ring to be nothing short of perfect, no matter the price. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
November is a great time to get a new TV. Now that the top-rated brands like Samsung, LG, and Sony are at the lowest prices of the year. With Black Friday deals available, what more could you want? How about better than Black Friday? Before you click, you should call Video Only to see how you can go lower than Black Friday. That's right, the best TVs at better prices. Check out Video Only before you buy, or You'll be sorry.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app.
It's hard to believe the holidays are almost here. And do you or someone on your wish list want the gift of fitness? Well, Brock Heward here, and the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event is on right now. I've told you all for years, there is nothing better than a home gym, and to give it as a gift and to friends, even better. And right now, you could save up to $1,000 on Inspire gyms, Inspire treadmills, and True treadmills, plus get free delivery and assembly on Precor treadmills, ellipticals, and exercise bikes. You can also save, how about this, up to 50% on last year's display models. With Olympic weight bars starting at $50 and home gym attachments and accessories, well, they're up to 50% off starting at just $10. So it's no secret why everyone from personal trainers to pro athletes love Top Fitness. You can visit them in Tukwila, Linwood, or Bellevue, or simply go to topfitness.com. Take care of your family, take care of your friends, take care of yourself with the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event on right now. Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Brought to you by Integrated Rehabilitation Group.
This is The Timeline
with Bump and Stacy.
Brought to you by 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
It is The Timeline on Bump and Stacy, taking a look outside of Seattle to see what's trending in sports today. And we are starting with maybe the biggest story in college sports, outside of any college football playoff talk. What in the world is happening with Lane Kiffin? Where is he going to coach next season? Will it be at Ole Miss? Will it be at Florida? Will it be at LSU? Stumbled over that one. Here's the latest that we know. Kiffin's representatives reportedly met with Florida officials on Thursday, per Florida's 24/7 sports site. Can I just sidebar? Does anyone believe that he isn't actively interviewing with, exploring these options?
Yeah, this man
most deaf.
he's
flirting.
He'd be a dummy not to.
I mean, didn't all of us say he's probably going to leave?
Yeah.
I think.
I wish he'd stay, but he's going to leave.
That's what it was. I was like, I can't remember what one of our takes were. Okay. CBS college football insider Matt Zenitz is reporting that if Lane Kiffin takes the LSU gig, he could add former LSU national title-winning head coach Ed Ogeron to his staff. Kiffin and Ogeron were both assistants under Pete Carroll at USC. Earlier in the week, Kiffin told Pat McAfee he was not issued an ultimatum by Ole Miss. This is despite previous reports saying it was the case.
Yeah, that's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. And so I don't know where that came from, like a lot of stuff that comes out there. Like I said, man, we're having a blast. I love it here. I mean, our running back's sitting right over here. Come on over. And it just couldn't be better. Like I say, you pray for things. Our fans prayed for this type of thing, and now we're in the middle of it. So enjoy it. You're 10-1. You're getting ready. You got a bye week. You get to watch half the country lose, and there's no way we can lose Saturday. And then you play the Egg Bowl and go dominate that and keep that Egg Bowl trophy home where it's been for a long time.
As an aside, I was laughing for the full 30 seconds after, and then our running back, get on over here.
That was Pat McAfee.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I thought it was the player going, oh.
You know who he sounds like?
Huh.
Pete Carroll. When Pete Carroll was recruiting.
Lane Kiffin?
Yeah. SC, that energy that Lane has right there, that is Pete Carroll type energy. I was fortunate enough when Lane was at SC, I was being recruited by SC. So I met him, Ogeron, and Pete Carroll all at the same time. Their energy is infectious. And that energy right there reminded of me sitting in their office talking to these
all
dudes.
3 of them?
Yeah.
Whose energy was the most oh, this guy could sell I don't even know.
It was
Ice
Pete.
to an Eskimo.
Thank you.
Salt to a snail.
Thank you.
Water to a well.
Thank you.
It was Pete Carroll. I mean, he was a top dog. And
Yeah.
Pete was in his prime. He was like late 40s, early 50s. You know what I mean?
Like, did you
Maybe
get
early
it
50s.
when you were in there? You were like, I get it.
I took my trip to SC, met with him, and committed after I left that room. I go, yup.
I'm yours.
Mom, we in the hood. SC, let's go.
Why did they want to have you redshirt?
They chose correctly. Dwayne Jarrett.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. They had a pretty Steve Smith, was he there too?
Yeah.
I believe
The
you,
other
though.
Steve Smith, not.
You never know what could happen.
Probably the best decision I made. A lot of talent went there and just got drowned because they were just so deep.
Well, it ended up bringing you here.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need. Stacy's all concerned. Are you okay? That was like 20 years ago.
No, I'm not. It's a cool experience to sit in a room with those three. It was just fun to hear about it. First of all, do either of you believe there wasn't an ultimatum issued?
I think they said, please let us know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a wink.
there
Like,
had
you
to have been
really
something.
want to make sure you'll let us know, Lane.
Yeah. Lane, let us move forward. But I do think they'd be dumb to force him out. Like, let him finish this season. Ole Miss hasn't been this relevant in a long time, even when Eli Manning was there.
Well, because what if he chooses to stay or at least postpone this decision until after the college football playoff? Like, if you're Ole Miss and, like, maybe you're coming to the realization that he's not going to be here next year, but you're still in the running for a national championship, like, I would want to keep as much together as possible, right? Like, I feel like that would throw a lot off. Or maybe it would motivate the roster to be like, well, he didn't want to be here, so we're going to go win a national championship without him.
I mean, okay. Yes, in that moment for going to the national championship, and I'm relying on both Huskies' experience. Sarkisian leaves, they go on, they win. They're not a national championship, but they win I think it was the Holiday Bowl?
I think it's the
against
Vegas
Nebraska?
Bowl.
Vegas Bowl, thank you. But they win their bowl game without him. And there was a little bit of like a take that. But then the opposite thing is after a national championship loss, obviously, many, many years later, DeBoer goes to Alabama, and then the whole thing just collapses. So it depends on, the belief that those players have in the coach following him, and then certainly like leaving after the game when kids can then transfer changes it versus, will you still go on and play?
Yeah. If he were to go to LSU and Coach O is with him, it's going to be dangerous over there. Because Coach O knows how to win in that environment already. Ogeron. He knows how to win that environment already. It's just, is the governor going to take a step back and let these two college greats do their thing? And I think if he brought Coach O over there with him, that might make the mayor step back because Ogeron has shown, like, look, I can coach here. You just got to keep young women away from me. It's going to be a problem.
Yikes.
Longtime Kiffin nemesis Paul Feinbaum isn't buying what Kiffin told McAfee.
The bottom line is, if you want to stay at Ole Miss, and I don't think he wants to, you just say, yeah, I'm committed to Ole Miss. I got a new contract coming out in a couple of days, and we'll have a signing ceremony. He attacked the question about, was there an ultimatum? Certainly Ole Miss has told him, listen, you need to make a decision at some point. But think about this for a second. His family got on a plane Sunday and then took that plane from Gainesville to Baton Rouge. And what are they doing? They're looking around. His son is a top prospect. They wanted to visit high schools, which is perfectly all right. But this is all going on while Ole Miss is having its best season in about 60 years, hasn't won an SEC championship since John Kennedy was president, and Lane's raging about all this stuff going on. I mean, Lane, it's up to you. If you want to end the speculation, end it right now. But you haven't ended it. All you have done is exacerbate it.
Not exacerbate. Where does he go? What do you think happens?
He's probably going to LSU. I wouldn't recommend it unless you bring Coach O. You need some reinforcements. But he's probably going to LSU. LSU is the most ready to win a national championship right now type of program. The history is deep. It's easier to recruit there. You're going to have the fan base behind you.
Tons of NIL.
NIL for days.
Yeah.
The governor probably shoots some NIL on the low.
But pressure, and ultimately, you will be fired.
But Lane like that, though. He's like that. Trust me. Lane wants all the smoke.
Curtis, Florida, LSU, or staying at Ole Miss?
I think it's LSU's to lose right now. I think they are the leader in the clubhouse for his services. And, boy, I want the drama of Lane Kiffin not making decisions till the very end. Like, that would be wild to see what happens if maybe he doesn't have a decision made by that date of the 28th to see if Ole Miss is bluffing or if they actually mean this.
Next story, and then we'll get to an injury report here for the Seahawks. Hockey goalies are some of the strangest characters in sports. We all know that. Calgary Flames goalie Devin Cooley is no exception after he was asked how he stays focused after a good performance.
You really have to ground yourself. So I just I think I've said this before, but I just go nothing matters, nobody cares, we're all going to die. And I just say that over and over and over again, so that way I don't get too excited, because as soon as I start getting too excited, I'm like, oh, this could be it, this could be the win, we're playing really well. I'll start doing stupid stuff, and then I'll give up dumb goals because I'm being stupid. And so if I just keep repeating those words over and over again, it just grounds me, and I can just really just stay in the moment and not get too excited.
There is something funny about knowing that in a high pressure moment, Cooley is most definitely thinking, we're all gonna die. That you're looking at him playing well, and you're knowing, inside his brain right now, he's just thinking, we're just specks of dust in the wind.
I'm the complete opposite. I gas myself up. You were that guy. Let's get it, but whatever works.
All right, time for the IRG injury report, brought to you by IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. A couple to watch here. So good news, bad news, flipping these. So good news, Gray Zabel did not participate on Wednesday, but then was limited on Thursday, so he upgraded. One to watch, Ernest Jones, still with that knee injury, was a full participant on Wednesday, which is that usually just a walkthrough? So
it depends.
Okay.
Last week or this week, it sounds like they're putting the pads on.
Okay, then definitely one to watch here is Ernest Jones, who was a full participant on Wednesday and then downgraded to limited yesterday. So keep an ear out for any updates on Ernest Jones. No changes with some other guys like Torrey Horton. And then Kobe Bryant upgraded from limited to full. So when Mike Macdonald has his Friday pregame press conference coming up later today, usually just before 2 p.m., and if possible, we're going to play that live. We're certainly waiting to see if there are questions about Ernest Jones and about his availability against the Titans. All right, the Mariners were 8 outs away from a World Series. What does this Mariners team need to take them over the top? Is it Tarik Skubal or something else? That's next.
He came to Seattle at the trade deadline.
Pitch to Naylor, swung on, drilled, gap right center field.
Getting traded here was a blessing.
And instantly made himself a fan favorite.
They're ride or die fans. Embraced me right away.
A bases clearing, 3-run double by Josh Naylor.
5 more years of Josh Naylor as a Mariner was about as simple a decision as we can make.
I want to continue to give this city the best thing I can.
Live it up, Mariners fans.
That World Series that we're shooting for here.
With the home of the Mariners, Seattle Sports.
Welcome to IRG's Sports Injury Update. We're with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and president of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, and our guest, Dr. Nicholas Vaudreuil, orthopedic surgeon with advanced accredited fellowship training in sports medicine at Reliance Surgeons, Everett Bone and Joint.
Dr. Vaudreuil, welcome. Hey, real quick, big topic. Tell us about an elbow dislocation. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw Jaden Daniels, quarterback, Washington Commanders, land on his extended arm, and he had an elbow dislocation. What is it? How do you treat it? What's the return to play?
Hey, yeah, so Jaden Daniels had a kind of a unique injury in sports, a little bit of a rare one. And you nailed it. When he was getting tackled, he landed on his extended elbow, and what happened is it was a little bit rotated as well. And the bottom part of the hinge of the elbow actually completely unhinged and shifted backwards. So that was the dislocation. Now, these can be a lot of different levels of severity depending on what else is going on. If it's a simple dislocation, it's usually just the ligaments that are either stretched or torn. Or if it's complex, you can have fractures or nerve injuries, lots of other stuff. So they were able to reduce it on the field, and you can see him walking around in a brace. So actually, a lot of times you can treat these without surgery. It's a short course of immobilization, usually in a cast or splint or a brace. And then we get them moving with therapy so they don't get too stiff.
What's the return to play time frame?
So it depends. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different for star quarterback. I would think they'll go a little bit slow, but usually you can get them back in like 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes longer, depending on the sport and the position and the arm.
There you go. Everything you need to know about elbow dislocation. Let's try it again. There you go. Everything you need to know about elbow dislocation. For the most part, Dr. Vaudreuil, thank you very much for your time. For more information, you can go to everettboneandjoint.com. That's everettboneandjoint.com.
With over 40 neighborhood clinics around Washington, IRG has you covered. Let IRG be your family's physical therapist. Find the location nearest you at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
Good Dog Auto Glass.
When your windshield breaks, the national brands say their fix is safe, but the quality is light. Instead, trust Good Dog Auto Glass for the best in quality auto glass.
Don't let the insurance company bully you. When you call, we answer the phone. Visit us online and get more bang for your buck.
At Bible Law Group, we understand that when the need is great, our community has to do even greater things together. That's why we're teaming up with KRIZ and the Seattle Medium newspaper to sponsor a special holiday food drive this Saturday, November 22nd, supporting families right here in our community. Drop off at 2600 South Jackson Street, Seattle from 10 to 4 p.m. Bring canned goods and non-perishables you can share. Don't forget, when you're facing a lion's den of litigation, you are not alone. Call Bible Law Group today and let our team get to work for you.
Tune in this Sunday as your Seattle Seahawks take on Tennessee. Kickoff at 10 a.m. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, proud sponsor of the Seattle Seahawks and the biggest and best in the Pacific Northwest. Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contests are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on seattlesports.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
This is the home of the Seahawks.
Going to let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN.
Seattle Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
The Mariners were 8 outs away from a World Series, and I don't say that to make us all feel the pain again. What I'm saying, I'm sorry. What I'm saying is that there's also a more uplifting conversation to have about, okay, what can they do in the offseason? What move, what addition, what kind of signing, what takes them over the top? We're going to have a couple different answers to this. You can text yours in, 866-979-3776. Now, I'll start by getting back to what we've been talking about for the last couple weeks, but certainly the last couple days and earlier today with Cody Stavenhagen. What if it's a Tarik Skubal trade? This is what Ryan Divish said.
I think it's a realistic possibility because they'll always listen on anything and they'll always stick their nose in it to find out if there's anything there. I think for them to want to do that, they would have to have finished their roster a little bit more, had some clarity with Polanco or what they're going to do and the relievers Yeah, I mean, like, they have more talent than anybody probably in overall farm system depth. And, you know, the thing is, like, everybody thinks Skubal's going to cost the world. He will and he won't, because it's a one-year deal. You only get him for a rental. So it's not going to be as much as maybe you would think you'd have to give up.
Is the interest real? His colleague, Adam Jude, says, yeah, I think so. I think they will inquire, but that it's unlikely.
If the Tigers hint that Tarik Skubal is going to be available, I do think the Mariners would be one of a handful of teams that would check in on him and could make a really, really compelling offer given the prospect capital that they have to dangle. That said, you know, just talking about the discipline that the Mariners have shown the last few years, it would be a big change in strategy for them to go out and give away 3 top 10 prospects for 1 year of any single player, even if he's the best pitcher on the planet. So as a Tarik Skubal trade, likely no, not at all. It's very slim chance that the Tigers trade him at all, and obviously even the slimmer chance that he comes to Seattle.
Well, then let me reframe this question for you, Bump. Is the thing that Seattle needs to take it over the top another ace?
No.
Oh.
To take it over the top?
Take them over the top.
No. I think that will push the Rock right
Sure.
near the top. I think what it comes down to is just more bats. More bats. But they'll get them close, though, man. It's I don't think one move will take them over the top. It has to be a combo. It has to be a guy like Skubal and a bat, or a bat that's out there and a solid guy to put in this rotation, or some bullpen help. I don't think one move is the move that puts them over the top.
I don't think it's one move either. But someone said, I'm so tired of hearing they were 8 outs away from a World Series. Yes, but it's relevant because they are very close. And they need to make moves to get back to where they were in the first place. But they also have a good enough foundation where then there are other things they can do to actually get them there. This is, I know it hurts, but this is a much more interesting conversation than, all right, how do the Mariners end the drought?
Mm-hmm.
What do they need? Like, now we're having conversations about if they could just get a little more contact. Yeah. If they could just get a little more pitching. If they can upgrade that bullpen, right? This is where you're adding like a little bit of seasoning, which you usually really do before cooking, so maybe I shouldn't do that, especially adding it to butter. That really makes a difference. But I'm using the same metaphor. This is like adding seasoning. This is adding the little bit of thing. What takes them over the top? Okay? Bump thinks more offense. Power or
combo?
Combo.
You need a combo.
Couple bats.
Either a couple bats, a bat and arm. It's not just one area.
Yeah.
I think you got to get better at a couple areas.
Hypothetical, what 2 things could they add where you'd be like, I'm ready?
A Skubal.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah. So great pitching.
And a Tucker, you know?
Okay. So a starting caliber pitcher.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be Skubal, but
Yeah,
starting caliber pitcher. And then a kind of like a really good near the like 6, 7, 8 bat.
Yes.
Okay. I like
What
it.
you got?
Yeah. The thing is, I want their pitching to be better, even better. It's so central to their identity. We've seen how dominant it can be. And I think that it was the conversation we were having, that outside of Bryce, every starter struggled a little bit in the ALCS. But I don't know who the odd person out is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm kind of like, all right, well, is it something where you trade, or do you add and just have someone really good coming out of the pen? Like, that's where I'm kind of stuck. Is like, fundamentally, I think pitching is central to their identity. They want it to be pitching. But what does the shuffle look like? How do you upgrade? If you keep the same pieces, do they just upgrade by performing and staying healthy? If you add a piece, well, do you trade someone else?
Well, that's a tough one, too, because imagine a world where Wu doesn't get hurt, right? And he's healthy towards the end of this whole thing. What does that do for this team? You know, what type of boost does that give? Imagine if this Schwartz just plays a little better. Just a little better. What does that do for this team?
This.
Yeah, it's not like they were off by a lot.
They were not.
So it's not going to take, I don't think, here's another what if. Like, we know Cal's not going to repeat that performance. He's not going to hit 60 bombs. He's not going to slug the way that he's just not going to do it. It's not realistic. So with that in mind, when you're thinking about this process, you need either someone else to step up in a big way. Is Polanco going to have the 2-month run that he had to start the season? Probably not. Are you going to get the help that you got in the AL West? That's why it's so hard to say this one thing is going to put them over the top, because what really got these guys here were all the things that I mentioned. It wasn't just one thing. You're going to need help. Your pitcher needs to stay healthy. Cal needs to hit 35, 40 bombs. Are we at a place where we can rely on some of the things that we saw this year?
206, a bat. So a bat and then just pitching, staying healthy. So it's not adding Tarik Skubal. It's just getting back to where you were in 2024, but then certainly adding a bat. I think a bat is always going to be part of my answer. Yeah. Even though this team was 3rd in home runs last year, and that includes Gino's full season total, which wasn't all with Seattle. They were 3rd in home runs last year, and I still feel like they could always add offense. Like, my answer is always going to be a bat, and now the type of bat might change, right? Ideally, you add like, oh, yeah, I'm going to add a perfect player that can hit for power and also, contact and steal bases. Also, he's a great fielder. Yes, that'd be phenomenal. Classic, very cheap 5-tool player. But it slightly changes. I think they have a lot of good power. I think hitting for home runs is very important. I think that we try to make it as though it's this, like, dichotomy isn't what I'm looking for, but like, oh, the Blue Jays? No, they just got a lot of contact, and the Yankees were out because they only hit for power. That's not true. The Yankees hit for far more power than anyone, but the Blue Jays did too. Yep. And pretending that the Blue Jays were just this kind of small ball team is not correct. However, the Blue Jays got a lot of hits.
Yeah, they did.
And you could use a few more. So that does shape the profile of the batter you're looking for. Maybe it's via trade.
Need bangers.
Bangers and mashers?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just a fun way to think about the offseason. If you missed that interview about what a trade for Skubal could cost, it's going to be in hour 1, halfway through hour 1 of the Bump and Stacy podcast, which is going to be posted around 3 p.m. today. Back to Seahawks with radio analyst Bryan Walters next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. Like, you have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Matt Coker here with West Coast Men's Health. In the past 5 years, we've seen thousands of men at our clinics. Most guys tell us the same story, that in their early 50s, it's not that they couldn't function, they just needed help. They started taking Viagra, and it worked great at first. But after a few years, it stopped working. The problem is that their arteries had become more restricted since they started taking it, because Viagra does not unclog arteries. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we use acoustic wave therapy to target the real problem. We break down plaque and clear up the arteries so blood can flow like it did in your 20s. This restores function. And guys, listen to this. You won't have to take a pill anymore. So if this sounds like you, give West Coast Men's Health a call today and see how we can help.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Wow, look at these Black Friday deals on TVs. Samsung, Sony, and LG at the lowest prices of the year, even on their top-rated models. Now we can get that top-rated Samsung we were thinking about, but we'll need to get up early on Friday.
These are great deals, but why wait? Video Only has all these deals right now. We can get what we want today, and they're even offering no-interest financing.
So we can get these Black Friday deals right now at Video Only and pay it off later?
Yep, and many of their prices are better than those flyers.
Better than Black Friday? No wonder Video Only got those high scores when they rated TV stores. Let's head over now and beat the crowds.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or dishwashers, but you will find the best deals on the best TVs, soundbars, and home theater systems. Shop around, but then make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma. Video Only.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The best place to watch all your favorite sports. Featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, 6 windows, and 30 kiosks. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends and explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at bellevuecollection.com/dining district.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
And now, Tales of Another Way. You've got your same old playlist, but another song about a breakup is just a downer. 2 minutes in your music app, and now you're groovin', man. Sometimes another way is the better way, like the new SR 509 Expressway, the alternate route that'll help manage congestion on I-5 and other local roads. It's tolling now, and you can save $2 per toll with a Good to Go pass. Get a free sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Step into Seahawks game day at the Pro Shop, where the roar of the 12s begins. And official Seahawks gear is always within reach.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
This is the Pro Shop. Visit the official store of the Seattle Seahawks, located at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton.
Let's go!
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Could we see Joe Burrow on Sunday? The Bengals quarterback is officially questionable for Week 12 against the Patriots. He hasn't played since Week 2 when he suffered a toe injury. The Kraken beat the Blackhawks 3-2 last night, bouncing back after a Tuesday loss to the Red Wings. Next up, taking on the Pens tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, getting you ready for Week 12 against the Tennessee Titans with Seahawks radio analyst Bryan Walters, who joins us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Bryan, how's it going?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. Bump and I have now gone in opposite directions as far as what we're predicting for this weekend. Bump started out on my side being very confident that the Seahawks would win by 20 or more. I said 24.
I still am.
And he's still confident they're going to win, but now he's doing a little bit of like a, guys, we can't have bad karma. You can't look past anyone. You got to be, So how are you feeling about this weekend is where I'm starting. That's my long roundabout way of getting there.
Stacey, I got to line with you. I feel very, very, very confident in this one. And you know what? The thing is, you don't want to say that. I'm with you, Bump. I'm with you. You don't want to come out there and be like, look, this is going to be a blowout. They're going to win by 21-plus points. There's no question about it. I mean, that's what should happen. But just going out there and saying that, and then it doesn't happen. Everyone's so mad at you all the time. Oh, you didn't know what you were talking about. Because, it is, of course, the Titans are going to be throwing their best at you. Like, they're going to be coming at you with everything. They know they can't match up with the Seahawks. I mean, I think that's kind of proven, I guess, for this whole Titans season. It's been a little bit of a struggle for them. Yes, they've been in some games. But this matchup against the Seahawks does not bode well for them and for the young rookie quarterback. And because of just, I think the loss that the Seahawks just took, I think that's going to kind of light a fire under them a little bit. So this week, I'm not holding back, Bump. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to say this is a complete blowout by the Seahawks.
In Bump's defense, I will say, because I know you're thinking it now, Bump's watched infinitely more tape on the Titans and Seahawks than I have, knows they're very bad, has said they're very bad, but I think is now just doing it as a joke to spite me.
Yeah. It's all part of the bit.
I think it's
Bum,
mostly,
you watch film,
I think it's a
man? I didn't know
bit.
you watch film.
Yeah, every now and then.
Psycho. He's watching
watch
it all the time.
I watch Reels. That's where I get all my film, for IG Reels.
Oh, God.
Bump leaves our post-game show going, man, I can't wait to go home and watch this film.
No, he's
I want to get as far away from football as I can.
B, what do you need to see? Absolutely need to see from the Seahawks. I know we're all in the same boat. They should win this ball game. It shouldn't be close, but something specific that you're looking forward to seeing.
Easy answers, turnovers. Take care of the ball. That's been something all year that really they've been turning the ball over all year, but it hasn't hurt them like it did against the Rams. So they've been getting away with it you get away with turnovers when your defense is really good. I mean that they're gonna mask a lot of mistakes that you can make by just really not getting the ball back, but just holding offenses after you turn the ball over to 3 points or just getting the ball right back to your offense. So that's the big thing is just turnovers. I think now it's to the point where it doesn't matter how good your defense is. For the future, for where the season's going to go, when you get into the playoffs, as we hope they'll make it, you just can't do that. You can't do those kind of things. So I'll look at that, look at turnovers. I'll look at the run game. I think I liked where the run game was in the second half against the Rams. I think I liked what Kenneth Walker got going a little bit. And part of that, to me, is kind of consistency, is keeping a guy in there for multiple plays in a row. I think that's big for a player. And I love the two-headed monster of Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. I do. I understand the theory behind that. But I think as a player, sometimes it's nice to get in a rhythm, nice to get in that zone. If you're constantly going on and off the field, what personnel group am I in? Am I going to get this goal line play? Am I going to get this run? And you're just on and off all the time. It's hard to get in that zone. It's hard to kind of just zone out and just play football like you have your entire life. And so that's kind of one thing I want to see is just let's see if Kenneth Walker can have kind of game. Was it last year or maybe the first week of the season? I don't know when you can get him like 20, 25 touches. And when I say touches, I love that they used him late in the game out of the backfield for pass catching. I mean, we haven't seen that from running backs really this year at all. The little check down. And I think that's important. And it could have been important the entire game against the Rams because you saw what the Rams did. I mean, they pretty much were taking away all explosives from the Seahawks. They had that shell coverage. They were jumping things. They were aggressive. They kind of knew the big routes that Sam Darnold wanted to go to. And as they started throwing to running backs, like later on, or started to kind of hit the underneath, hitting some shorter routes, it kind of caught the Rams off guard a little bit. So I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see just hit your running backs out of the backfield a little bit. So basically, long answer short, a lot of involvement by Kenneth Walker.
There's typically a positive correlation, not an exceptionally strong positive correlation, but a positive correlation between turning the ball over a lot and being a bad team. But the Seahawks are a very good team that turns the ball over. So I wanted to stay within that question about turnovers and ask you what you think might be happening. Like, is it a stretch of bad luck? Is it that Darnold turns the ball over? What's the issue?
Well, I mean, first off, like I just said, like when your defense is that good, I think we could have been talking about this turnover issue, I guess is what you'd say, all year if the defense wasn't so good. The Seahawks defense didn't kind of mask them a little bit. This issue last game, it's hard for me to put it all on one person. It's hard for me to say Sam Darnold's fault. Like I can't do that because then when you go back and you watch the game, you watch the plays, it's like there's always something else going on that maybe threw Sam Darnold off a little bit, off his normal read, and you go through all those interceptions, and yes, Sam Darnold's a quarterback. He should take a lot of blame for it. That first one, I think the Rams schemed it up perfectly. I really do. The safety kind of comes over from the opposite side of the field. He's in the robber. Sam Darnold he used his eyes the entire time. He was looking one way, and that's what the safety read. So there's a learning point for Sam Darnold right there. But then Cooper Kupp got help, and he threw it off his back foot. So anyway, that's probably Sam Darnold's fault. I get that. Bump, I don't know if you saw this. I'm kind of curious to see your thoughts on this, but my thoughts on this is, that out route that was intercepted to the right side? Mm-hmm. I really thought that was one of the worst routes I've seen JSN run all year. I think JSN's a fantastic route runner, one of the best in the business, but that was not Sam Darnold friendly. And to me, when you run a spray out like that is what that is, where you're kind of outside of release, angled outside, and then you're straight to the sideline. I mean, that cut's got to happen about 1 to 2 yards, right? You plan on that inside foot, and you're gone. You're straight to the sideline. Jason kind of rounded that thing for 5 to 6 yards when you watch it. He cut off his outside foot, then put his inside foot down, and the DB reads that. He broke when JSN threw his inside or his outside foot down. And that's before he's even out of the route, and that's when Sam Darnold's about to throw the ball. So to me, I thought it wasn't a very good route. I don't think that helped Sam Darnold out. So again, all these turnovers, there's always something. It's easy to point a finger on one person. It's easy to point a finger at Sam Darnold, but there's multiple things that happen in one play for a turnover to go on like that. So I don't know if that answered the question at all, but that's kind of what I'm seeing with a lot of these turnovers. And some of them are flukes. Early in the year, you've had a lot go off people's helmets, some bad tip balls, and all that. And turnovers are going to happen no matter what, but some of those are pretty crazy plays.
Yeah, no, I agree with you when it comes to multiple things usually happen when it comes to these turnovers. But I would say at the end of the day, Sam Darnold has a football in his hands. he gotta make the right decision. But you're right. Like even on that play you're talking about with Jason rounded it out, the protection wasn't picked up. I was telling Stacy yesterday that in his mind he was protected. It was a 3-on-3 on that side. The linebacker didn't go, but there was a stunt that happened where Anthony Bradford went with the slant. The slant wraps around, and Sam can't really step into it. So now I'm with you. There's always more things happening than just one. So I think that's important that you point that out. Have you played in a game where your team was expected just to dominate and win that game? And what's the talk like between the players? We know what they're going to say when you get to the podium, you talk to the media. We know what the coaches are going to say. But are there moments where you talk to each other and we're saying, yeah, we should smack this team?
Well, this is an easy one, Bob, because no joke, going into Super Bowl 48 against the Broncos, all week that was our talk. Is, dude, we are going to absolutely crush these guys. Like we knew the NFC Championship to us was the Super Bowl. We get through the Niners, you go and I just remember talking to guys like Cam and Sherm before that game throughout the week, and they were so confident. They said, dude, these guys aren't going to do anything on us. We know what they're going to run. We have everything planned out. We are going to smack these guys. And that was the confidence going into that game. And I don't think that was the confidence that was displayed out there in public to the media or anything, but I know internally that's exactly what we knew was going to happen. And it was no surprise that when game day came, we absolutely crushed the Broncos that day because it was just different. It was different around the facility. The preparation was different, and the confidence was just there. Just after watching the film, seeing how you match up, knowing who you just beat. That I would say that was a game that stuck out to me. Is going into that one, just being like, and me on offense, I'm sitting there going, wow, this is Peyton Manning. Are you sure? Jeez, that's crazy. He's like one of the best of all time. But no, I mean. I do. I specifically remember those conversations. Like, as we're going to dominate these guys. I was like, well, all right, good luck to you.
Do you remember what it was they felt so confident about?
I just think it was the offense. I think the thing that defense was so good at is preparation. I mean, they were, and I would have to run scout team against them all week, and just by certain formations. I know they're giving tips and stuff before certain periods of practice, but I'd line up there and, I'd be in the slot at the outside, whatever. And before the play, Sherman's going, oh, you're running a slant, huh? And I was like, what? Come on, man. Like, give me a chance, because they study the offense so much that they know certain formations. They know certain splits. They know everything that this offense has done, and there's so much film to go over and so many tendencies that teams show throughout a season. And when you have Super Bowl, you have 2 weeks to prepare for a team. I mean, you can go through so much film. You can go through all these tendencies, and you just know. And I think with the Broncos that year, all these crossers, they just knew, and that's why they just absolutely destroyed them. And you saw the big hits over the middle. They just knew where Peyton Manning wanted to go and who they were trying to get open.
Hey, what were your expectations with Cooper Kupp? I told Stacy I needed like 600 to 700 out of him, and a lot of people, some of our texters are a bit disappointed in his production. Me personally, I'm thinking you're getting exactly what you're supposed to get out of him. What do you make of Cooper Kupp's year?
Yeah, I would say Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I think 600-700 yards was a good initial start of the season kind of goal. Like that would be a good year for him to get. But now I just kind of want to see him do Cooper Kupp things, convert on third down when you need it. Like if he can, instead of putting yards to it, like, oh, we need him over 50 yards today. How about like, man, we need about 2 third down conversions from you today. We need 3 third down conversions where it's just your little option routes, what you do best, sit in the zone, and can convert and keep the sticks moving. I would say that would be success for Cooper Kupp. Now, especially with Rashid Shaheed here, especially with how Torrey Horton's played. And I'm not saying those guys are better than Cooper Kupp, but they're going to be asked to do a lot of different things, which those might be the big explosive plays to those guys. Cooper Kupp, do your smart option routes, be hands, like trustworthy, and do that, and just keep moving the sticks for this team. And that's how I would kind of judge. I would base like Cooper Kupp's success the rest of the year is how well is he moving the sticks when he's thrown to on those big third downs and even second downs.
What are you continuing to look for with Darnold? Outside of just turnovers, we know that that's the answer for a lot of people. Is there anything else that you're kind of, like, hey, I'm kind of tracking this individually for him?
Well, I think to me it's confidence. One thing I liked last week is he threw 4 interceptions, but then he did lead 2 big drives toward the end that really gave your team a shot to win still. So to me, it's short-term memory. And with quarterbacks, that's tough. I think, again, the thing about the 4 interceptions with Sam Darnold, and this is going to be a weird thing to say, but here's what was so impressive about the 4 interceptions. How about that? That's what I'm going to say. Is that a lot of times quarterbacks might throw that first interception, that second interception, trying to take a shot downfield, and it doesn't work. And then you will completely erase that out of your whole playbook. You're not going to do it again. You're not going to try to even push the ball down the field anymore. But with Sam Darnold, yeah, I know he threw that first pick. He kept at it. He kept trusting what he can do, his ability, his arm, and he was still playing with no fear, if that makes any sense. Now, it didn't work out for him. Like it didn't with the 4, because he threw 3 more after that first one. It didn't work out. But you can still see he's not letting that first one affect how he plays the rest of the game. And I like that. I do, because I think the worst thing a quarterback can do is make an early mistake and then shut down and be afraid to throw the ball down the field, because it's gonna hurt your team even more than what Sam Darnold did. So to me, it's going to be confidence and just watching and knowing that Sam will get back to kind of what he was before. And one more thing that I think is huge is coming into this season, with Sam Darnold, we knew this defense was one of the top in the league. We did. And so Sam Darnold, we always said, hey, he doesn't need to be the hero for this team. Like, he doesn't. And that's just facts. No matter how good Sam Darnold plays, no matter how bad he plays, he doesn't need to be that hero trying to do superhuman things, because this defense is so good. So that's another thing, too, is almost kind of getting back to where he was just kind of taking those. He was taking the shots, but when they were there, when they were easy, when they were wide open, when the play action set it up, he wasn't trying to be the Superman, the hero that he has. Technically, he really has been, though, this whole first half of the season. He's been the hero, but he hasn't. We don't need him to do that. And I think this game, it kind of shot him in the foot, kind of trying to do a little bit too much. And where sometimes taking a sack was okay, and you punt the ball. And this defense showed that they weren't going to let Matthew Stafford drive the length of the field on him. Sometimes you just have to trust that it is okay to take that sack.
Well said, Bryan. He is Seahawks radio analyst Bryan Walters. Thank you.
Thanks, B.
Hey, you got it. See you guys.
It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Headline number one, the Texans beat up on the Bills and Josh Allen in their 23-19 win on Thursday Night Football. What's the real headline?
See, when I said yesterday, Davis Mills beats the Bills, what I meant was Will beats the Bills. That being Will Anderson Jr., who was an absolute monster in this game. Did Davis get the job done?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think so. You know, Curtis was trying to argue with me on that one, saying that he completed like 50% of his passes, less than 200 yards. But you know what? That doesn't credit the emotional leader he's been, Curtis. When I said, when I clocked it, that Davis Mills, is the future.
Well, I'll give you this. He had 2 touchdowns to Josh Allen's 2 interceptions.
Josh Allen, man, that was a rough day for him. And it's not all entirely on him. 8 sacks is not easy. I think people, because of Josh Allen and the Bills in general, are overlooking how atrocious the Buffalo Bills defense is against the run. I was having flashbacks to this is what Seattle looked like a few years ago. Like, this is bad.
Yeah, it feels like Josh Allen has to have a superhero type game every time they're out there for these guys to win. But we know that they're capable of doing it. Their next 3 games, you got the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Patriots. I can see them winning 2 out of 3 of those. The Patriots will be a test. We'll see how real they are. But they're still in the mix at 7-4, a wild card position at this point. But big ups to the Texans, man. They're staying relevant, too. I always love seeing teams that are dealing with quarterback issues still stay in the fight. And when you have a defense like the Texans have, no matter who's at quarterback, if you keep it close, you have a chance to end the game.
We'll talk about this a bit later in the show, but Buffalo's loss also means, as Curtis pointed out, that, are they even going to win the AFC East? The Patriots already looking like they're going to run away with this one, while they still, I think, could face the Patriots. This quietly was a pretty impactful game in that sense. Not only that, but also in terms of giving Indy a better chance, or the Patriots, to win the number 1 seed. So Texans coming in here playing hero for those 2 teams.
I was a little bummed to see the Bills not cap off that final drive, because when you complete a hook and ladder, that's pretty awesome.
27.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Legitimately cool. I immediately went to Twitter to try to find a replay of it. Yeah, it was a bummer they didn't finish that one off, because it was very cool.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 2, while the Seahawks get the 1-9 Titans on Sunday, the Rams will face a tough Buccaneers team on Sunday Night Football. What's the real headline?
This feels like a Stacy quiz bias for Bump and Curtis. That's what people accuse. People accuse me of manufacturing the quiz so that Curtis wins and giving Bump the hard questions, much like the Rams facing the Bucs while the Seahawks get the Titans. But I think it's going to be pretty fair today.
I think your quizzes are random.
You never know. They're chaotic.
Well, you do know. You know there's going to be some shadiness in it.
Chaotic good is what I would describe the quizzes are.
You know that. But you know what? I know what I'm up against every week. So I just I try my best.
You think the Buccaneers upset the Rams?
Yes. I don't. But I hope they do. I don't think it's going down. I don't. The Rams, as we talk about the Seahawks and how encouraging it was kind of to see them turn the ball over and still be in the game. What do you think the Rams took from that? We didn't play our best game either, and we snuck away a win against a very good football team. They're going to ride that wave as well. I think Matthew Stafford's going to bounce back. This defense is going to do what they typically do. The Buccaneers are banged up a bit. Yeah, I think the Rams take care of this.
No, that's what they said post-game. I don't know who it was offensively, but they were like, we played poorly and still won. Imagine if we would have played our best. We'd be dominating. I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Can you play your best against Seattle's defense? I don't know. Then I got sassy.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, Tarik Skubal told Foul Territory yesterday he doesn't want to be traded, but it's ultimately out of his hands. What's the real headline?
Well, let's see. The Mariners put the ball in his hands.
I like that.
Thank you.
Didn't Gino say he didn't want to be traded and then he got traded? All right, let's do the same thing. Keep that same energy, Tarik. Come on and come home, man. Come home. Listen, my dad's from Detroit. Love my dad. Ain't nothing in Detroit for you, dog. Detroit is a rundown city. Come over here to the Northwest, man, where the grass is green, the trees are healthy, the air is fresh. and you can be close to your family, man. But it's not up to him. The Tigers have to want to trade him.
Mm-hmm.
The Mariners have to put a good offer on the table. There's a lot of things that need to happen. But honestly, I don't feel like he's going to get done.
Speaking of that interview with Foul Territory, Tarik said there aren't a lot of truths in the numbers being reported.
There's not a ton of fact or truth behind any of these things, especially, even contract stuff. It's like, I don't really know where they come up with these numbers or that narrative. They create these narratives. It's part of the media job, though. I get it. I get it. But if you're, in my circle, that's kind of how we handle things or how I'm going to handle things.
Well, I can believe that there isn't a ton of accuracy or exact accuracy in the numbers being reported. I think that the place the Tigers occupy in terms of payroll is also probably steering this conversation more than anything else. The numbers are part of it, but people reacted to the numbers because there was already a question about, are the Tigers going to pay to keep this guy?
Yeah.
So when people saw they're far apart, it was more of of course, as opposed to shock.
He's going to be expensive.
Do you think he's going to be a Tiger?
I think he is. I think they're going to hold on to him.
You don't think
they got something going over there. They got some pieces. Why would you get rid of this guy unless you get a for sure thing in return? And I don't want the Mariners to give up a for sure thing in return.
You're listening to Bump and Stacy on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app. Taking a look around the NFL next. Don't go anywhere.
Brock and Salk.
Mariners ace their first test of the offseason, Brock.
Morning 6 to 10.
Getting Josh Naylor back was priority one. They had to do it, and they did.
Found some pretty good intel that said very clearly there were multiple teams involved, and this is also how it can happen quicker. Yeah, you can keep playing the game, and sometimes that can come back and bite you because you don't know where that market is going to turn, and there were multiple teams involved, but you don't screw around.
Brock and Salk, only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
When I was playing ball, November was always such a pivotal time because that's when you truly see whether your team is a contender or a pretender. Many teams enter the month with a chance to win a championship, and what they do these next few weeks makes all the difference. Michael Bump is here, and even though my playing days are over, November can still mean big wins for you at Silver Reef Casino Hotel. All you have to do is claim your free entry at any promo kiosk. Every Saturday in November at Silver Reef, 2 winners are drawn every hour starting at 6 p.m. to score huge prizes. Someone's going to win a Hawaiian vacation, an awesome outdoor grill, or $10,000 cash. So here's what you have to do this weekend. Book your stay at Silver Reef Casino Hotel. Watch the college football games on Saturday. Stick around and see if you walk away with a big prize or cash money. Entry is free. For more information at silverreefcasino.com/promotions. Book your stay at Silver Reef Casino Hotel. Drive up I-5, exit 260.
Fall rains can expose hidden roof problems, and once water gets in, the damage only gets worse. Is your roof ready for the season? Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. At State Roofing and Exteriors, we repair and replace roofs with a quality you've trusted for decades. And yes, we also provide siding, windows, decks, and gutters to keep your entire home protected. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule a free estimate. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
The Bump and Stacy Show is powered in part each day by the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, well, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. And for the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony. And you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Crawl space and attics are not places you want to spend much time, but many homes in our area can have serious issues behind the hatches. Hi, it's the owner of Crawl Pros, Richard Herron. For years, you've heard us talking about how we go where you don't want to. With our free corner-to-corner inspection to keep your crawl space and attic well insulated and free of mold and water. You've also heard about the pest control division of our company to keep your home bug and critter free. I'm excited to tell you about our newest division, Plumber Pros. Plumber Pros takes the same customer-first approach to plumbing that we do with our crawl space, attic, and pest control work. We've handpicked skilled plumbers that I know you'll feel comfortable inviting into your home. So next time you run into plumbing issues, from leaky faucets and clogged drains to full home repipes and sub pump installations, call Crawl Pros and we'll get our plumbing division, Plumber Pros, out to get it resolved. For anything related to your crawl space, attic, pest control, or plumbing, call Crawl Pros or visit us at crawlpros.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Taking a look around the NFL, we're going to start with the Texans, who just beat the Bills. Their defense, solidly one of the league's best units. Head coach D'Amico Ryan spoke post-game last night about what's gone into making their defense so tough.
Yeah, the defense is playing outstanding, and it's not just about the defense. I think Tommy has set us up really well with some of the punts he's had to put teams in a backed up territory. Our kickoff team, they've covered well, and they put guys by, minus 20. So we've had some favorable field positions. It's collectively as a team, like everybody working together. Our guys are doing a good job of getting off on third down, which it limits the amount of plays that you're playing. And then just credit goes to, first and foremost, our defensive line. Like for the way they go out, the way those guys relentlessly rush the passer, and everybody on the back end is playing sound and playing together. When we do that, we're tough to move the ball again. So our players are doing an outstanding job.
I find myself rooting for him.
Yeah, D'Amico's cool, man. I just watched the clip, honestly, during the commercial break where I think it was a fourth down stop, and there was a pulling lineman and a corner fit him up. So when you fit a lineman up is where you meet him at the line of scrimmage and you try to stall him out. Typically, corners ain't even attempting to fit a lineman up because of just the size difference. That right there just shows the grit of that team. They're first when it comes to total yards given up. They're third against the pass. They're fourth against the run. They're first when it comes to points given up. They're not one of the best. They're probably the best defense in the game right now. And when you have the best defense in the game, you can afford to not have your starter in for a couple weeks because they're going to hold you down. So not surprising, though. D'Amico's done a good job over there with the Texans.
Those great defenses feel so suffocating that they'll have drives where every single play feels like you're running into a wall. And I think about, outside of a really cool hook and ladder, so many moments on that final drive for the Bills. Pass broken up by Derek Stingley. Will Anderson Jr. gets both hands on a ball and nearly intercepts it. It felt like basically every play, barring maybe two, they were going nowhere. It was a near chaotic moment, a near pick, a near fumble, like whatever it was. It's just the Bills were suffocated.
Yeah. I mean, man, if their offense was just a little better.
Well, speaking of their offense, they're 3-0 with Davis Mills as their starting quarterback this season. Do we have a quarterback controversy on our hands? According to Davis Mills, no.
In my current situation, I don't think there's a competition. I mean, CJ's the starter for this team. I'm just doing everything I can to bring my best foot forward every day, make everyone else around me better, and try to, provide and play my role to my best ability when I get thrown in there.
God,
I wish you had
what a leader.
said, I don't think there's a competition because I'm the starter. Blow.
He know
Davis
better.
Mills.
He know better.
No, that was a great answer for him. And while I'm joking about him being the future, what did I text you guys? I said, by the end of this game, people will be telling the story of Davis Mills for centuries, I think is what I wrote.
Yeah, you did.
Do you think he has to drive with his sunroof open?
Curtis,
Gosh.
his neck allows him to see over the line. It's actually a physical advantage. It's a competitive advantage. It honestly should be banned. It's like performance enhancing. The right answer for Davis Mills. I would anticipate CJ gets back pretty soon in concussion protocol.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while, which is never great, but also it's something that you could certainly make your way back from. And they're very much in it. To another AFC team, Mike Tomlin says Aaron Rodgers is questionable for Sunday's game. As a reminder, he's dealing with a left wrist fracture sustained in last week's game.
Yeah, man, sit down, dog. They want you for the long run. If you got to wait a week, go ahead and wait a week. Who they got this week? Who they got?
The Steelers? Oh, God, I don't even know.
They have the Bears. Actually, you might want to.
They might need him, yeah. Mason Rudolph.
Again, Aaron Rodgers is 24-5 all time against Chicago.
Yeah, if you can handle it, you go out there and do your thing, man. But, the body don't respond the way it used to. You get them 40s, man, let me tell you. The knees start acting different. The back start acting different. And he's playing football, Stacy. Physical sport.
Will Joe Burrow, speaking of injured quarterbacks, make a surprise return on Sunday against the Patriots? The Bengals are officially listing him as questionable. Mike Vrabel spoke on how New England is preparing for Cincinnati's quarterback situation.
The stuff that they've always done and will do, is going to remain the same. Joe's probably or is more mobile than what Joe is. Both are going to run the same concepts and the same plays and look to try to get the ball in the same places. I would imagine that Joe being a little younger and is going to be a little bit more mobile, but we'll have to be ready for whatever happens Sunday.
Who do you prepare for?
You prepare for Joe Burrow.
You think he's playing?
Yeah. Stacey,
you think he should?
Do you remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at the halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl?
Yes.
That's going to be Joe Burrow. He's going to show up. Stacy hasn't seen Waterboy, so she don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
No, but I know who Bobby Boucher is.
He's going to show up. We're going to save the day and give Bengals fans something to cheer about. You got to prepare as if Joe Burrow is going to be the guy.
What position did he play in Waterboy?
Linebacker.
Okay. Because he had all the rage inside of him.
Exactly.
Because his grandmom was in an assisted living community that was mistreating her. So he had a lot of anger.
That is Happy Gilmore.
Dang it.
But close.
Still Adam Sandler.
I know. It's all the plots blend together. It's like I've seen parts of them all at some point many, many, many years ago, and they all become one story. I'm moving on. How tense are things with the Eagles right now? ESPN's Peter Schrager thinks another loss will push things over the edge.
The water's simmering. You feel it simmering. Obviously, we're talking about everything they talk about in the media during the week, whether it be AJ stuff last week or the article in The Athletic this week. As long as they keep winning, they can keep the demons at bay. If they go to Dallas and they lose and they can't put up points, good luck. Watch Monday. Monday, we're going to have a field day on Get Up. We'll have a field day on Unsportsmanlike. We'll have a field day on First Take because everyone's waiting to chomp at the bit here. But because they're winning these awesome games, it's hard to actually give it any credence. Fact of the matter is the offense is not looking good. It's not as good as it was last year. And Saquon isn't having that dream season. So at some point, is Jalen Hurts going to be able to do something different? Or is Kevin Patullo going to put in a new offense? Maybe. But they are 8-2, and they've beaten every good team in the NFC that they've faced. A loss Sunday, though, raises eyebrows and takes the volume a lot louder than it's been, even as loud as it's been the last couple weeks.
Could a loss on Sunday put them in a very dramatic space?
Yes, it could, because they're barely getting by. They're barely getting by, and I've been preaching all year. As long as you're winning ball games, as long as you're winning ball games. But at some point, you kind of want to see things change a bit. You want to see the pass game get more efficient, especially the run game. I mean, you got one of the best in the game back there, and he's not doing his thing. But listen, they're one of those teams to where you just get to the playoffs. You get to the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. But we get all these leaks, man. Like, stuff it's real. We're not just making this stuff up. I don't think reporters are just saying, you know what, I'm going to cause some drama today. Let me go ahead and troll the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that I cover every single day. If they lose this weekend, the whispers will be a bit louder, but I think they'll still be fine overall.
That's my thing when it comes to the Eagles is, as fans, certainly Eagles fans, and obviously we're a Seattle market, so I don't know how many Eagles fans are listening, but you'd be reacting the same as fans of any team. Get really defensive. Oh, the media, they're making stuff up. Diana Rossini, you may not like her, but she is not taking team info from a random guy on Twitter in her DMs. You're only taking information from people that you trust.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly seems to me, regardless of, because it's one person's perspective, right? It seems to me like information is coming from the Eagles. I don't know where it's coming from, but there's a lot of talk. And those things are being said to prominent, well-connected reporters, not just like Reddit forums, you know, where sometimes you can find tea. But in this case, like, I don't think someone is out to sabotage the Eagles. I think someone within the Eagles is talking about the Eagles.
Yeah.
For what reason? Maybe they're just complaining. Maybe I don't know. It's,
when you're that good of a team, you have that much talent, there's a way that you expect to win, and they're not doing it.
Yeah. Someone said, that's a direct movie line, Stacy. For
probably when I said, do you remember when Bobby Boucher shut up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
It's a direct line. That's what they mean.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Lions will be without one of their best offensive weapons for the rest of the year. Dan Campbell told reporters Sam Laporta had back surgery and chances of him returning are very slim. What's your outlook on the Lions' chances to be a Super Bowl contender this year? I shouldn't say that. To get to a Super Bowl this year. How confident are you in them?
Feels different this year.
It does.
It feels different. They're not blowing teams out. I mean, they have one blowout win, I guess, against the Browns, 34-10. Actually, two. Beat the Bears, 52-21. But the hype isn't all there like it used to be. I think they're still contenders. They have a fairly easy not easy 3 games coming up, but winnable 3 games. You got the Giants, the Packers, and the Cowboys. Then you got the Rams. I don't know. I think as of right now, they're a team that gets into the playoffs and wins a game, but they're not even the best team in their division right now. The Chicago Bears.
God. Okay.
The Caleb Williams Chicago Bears.
Enough.
My preseason darling. They're doing their thing.
You know what? That's actually interesting that you mention kind of a topsy-turvy NFC North there, because this year's NFL feels especially unpredictable. Why? Coming up next, 4 strange truths about this year's NFL.
High school football state playoffs are here. Don't miss the Seattle Sports High School Game of the Week.
He's in! Touchdown!
A showdown in the 4A semifinals when number 7 Moses Lake visits number 2 Lake Stevens.
The senior comes up with a big INT.
Tomorrow at 4. Watch it live on the Seattle Sports YouTube page and the Seattle Sports app.
Intercepted!
Presented by STSPN and Seattle Sports.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health. It's about a better life.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Don't miss the Daniel Jeremiah Show, presented by Marquee Data.
I think he's been awesome.
Tuesday mornings at 8:30 with Brock and Salk.
If this is where he is right now, he could win an MVP.
Only on Seattle Sports.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
Good Dog Auto Glass. When the stakes are high, you want the best on your team. When your windshield breaks, don't settle for your insurance company's fix that's just safe enough. Trust Good Dog Auto Glass, where the quality isn't light. We do all the things the little guys don't, and we do all the things the big guy does.
We answer the phone when you call, we work for you, and we will walk you through the insurance process. Visit GoodDogAutoGlass.com, Puget Sound's most trusted auto glass company, and get more bang for your buck.
Every jersey tells a story.
So many people dressed in Seahawks blue.
From unforgettable touchdowns.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, Johnny on the spot.
To game-changing hits.
He gets hitting it. Leonard Williams drags him down.
To memorable catches.
Jordan dropped back to pass in the end zone to Larkin. Touchdown, Seahawks!
History lives in every thread. Shop official Seahawks jerseys in-store at Lumen Field, The Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/pro-shop.
The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports. Touchdown, Seahawks! Ken Walker III. Get everything Seahawks at seattlesports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here. Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance. What? Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers. Seriously? Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-466-3300. That's 206-466-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Talking Kraken in 15 minutes with Kraken Hockey Network's John Forslund. Before we get to it, 4 strange truths about this year's NFL. We'll start with this one. A few great quarterbacks, and by great quarterbacks, we're talking guys we've been talking with MVP stuff for years, are on teams without winning records. The Chiefs are 500. It's week 12. The Chiefs are 500. The Ravens are 500. The Bengals are 3-7. There's a world where Patrick Mahomes, certainly Joe Burrow, and maybe Lamar Jackson aren't in the playoffs. That's crazy.
It is crazy, but I like it. Except for Lamar. I'm a big Lamar fan.
I was going to say,
except for Lamar.
What do you mean, our Ravens?
And Joe, honestly.
Joe's got swag.
Pat, you've done enough. All right. Pat, you've done enough. Go ahead and take this year off. Go hang out with your kids and your wife and your brother and your dad and your mom. You're fine. You'll be okay. Now, Lamar and Joe are a bit different. Joe just keeps getting hurt. What was his knee one year, his hand the other year? What's it this year?
Turf toe.
Turf toe. It's tough out there for Joe, but that's what happens when you don't invest in that offensive line. Yeah, this is a weird year.
Another strange truth about this year's NFL. Keep in mind before I say this that the 2024 AFC playoffs had the exact same teams as 2023. So we've seen quite a bit of stability at the top of the AFC for at least back-to-back years, and in certain cases like the Chiefs, dating back to like 2016 for them, but beyond. The Bills don't look like they're going to win the AFC East, or at least in danger of not doing it, and the Chiefs aren't going to win the AFC West. And what's weird about that, like if you were to tell me in week 1, again, maybe possible, but if you were to tell me in week 1, hey, the Bills might not win the East and the Chiefs might not win the West, I would have guessed different teams than the ones that are ahead right now. I would have guessed that the Chargers and maybe I would have convinced myself it was the Dolphins. I would have said, well, maybe Tua was healthy and him and Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, like maybe everything just worked. But it is not either of those teams. It is the Broncos and it is the Patriots with the 2 best records.
You know what it is? I wouldn't have said the Chargers.
You wouldn't have?
Nah, because Herbert, nice individual.
Very good.
Handsome fella.
Yeah.
Good ball player, but I just don't believe he don't got that clutch in him. He don't have that clutch in him.
I think he doesn't have that offensive line in front of him.
That's true. He don't have that clutch in him neither. Wow. I wouldn't have gone. I think I might have entertained the Broncos because they did go to the playoffs last year. I would believe that Sean Payton would make them a better squad. So, yeah, I would think if I had to choose in the AFC West, if not the Chiefs, I would have gone Broncos. AFC East is a bit more interesting. If it's not the Bills, I would have gone the Dolphins for sure.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
It's not that the Patriots couldn't eventually be good. It's that Vrabel's probably going to get Coach of the Year because that's a monumental turnaround and definitely ahead of schedule. Another truth. The Bears might win the NFC North. Now, this is why this one's really wild. In addition to the Bears having been very bad, this was the winningest division last season, and the Bears were the only team from it not to make the playoffs. They might win it this year.
Hey, Bears said, new coach, who this? Caleb said, under center, who this? They went and got help in the offensive line. Got weapons on the outside. When you look at just the names that are on this team, you feel like this should be, Luther Burden, low-key, a good ball player who's got drafted this year, who's not even really doing much. But you got DJ, you got Rome, you got Swift. We felt like they probably had one of the better off seasons. So, no, I felt like they would make a jump. I didn't think they would lead the division, but just like the Mariners, you need help in the division. Green Bay Packers ain't who we thought they were going to be, even though they did make a big acquisition with Micah Parsons. The Minnesota Vikings, I felt would take a dip. I didn't expect a dip like this. But, yeah, it's good. Ben Johnson, he could be considered in the running for a Coach of the Year as well, turning this program around. But they still got a lot to do, man. And the Bears don't have an easy schedule coming up. You got the Eagles, the Packers, the Browns, the Packers, the Niners, the Lions. We're going to find out real quick about these dudes.
All right. Save the best for last because it's a fun conversation. The first 3 strange truths about the NFL this year have mostly to do with division shuffling, team shuffling, that teams that have typically been great are struggling, and that teams that were out of the playoffs last year are suddenly leading their divisions. The last one is specifically about quarterback play, and it's got a unique challenge. Who's the best quarterback in football right now? I'm not talking about the quarterback that you could pluck off a team and build your own, fantasy football team with, because, a lot of people will choose, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, who's only played a couple games this year. Right now, through 11 weeks of 2025 and only through 11 weeks of 2025, who's the best quarterback in the NFL?
Easy. Indiana Jones.
Daniel Jones is not your answer.
I'm just playing. No, it's Matthew Stafford. I know people are leaning Drake May. I get that. Completing 71%, 2,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Matthew Stafford completing 66%, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hasn't thrown an interception since 95. I'm going with Matthew Stafford, but I think it's out of him and Drake May. And low-key, Jared Goff is having a good season too. And no one really talks about him. 21-4, 2,400, 69% completion rate. But I'm going with the old man, the 80s baby, Matthew Stafford.
I think with Jared Goff, it probably cooled a little bit because his last outing was just struggling a ton against a very, very good Eagles defense, but obviously an opportunity against the Giants this weekend for sure to get that right. I was going to answer Drake May, but I think Matthew Stafford, obviously he has more touchdowns. He's been absolutely amazing. And he had, prior to that game against Seattle, 3 consecutive games of 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. One with 5, so 4 or more touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah,
that's
he's
crazy.
Locked in.
That's wild.
He's in the zone.
I just think that that's the most interesting part of this whole thing. And ultimately, when we're talking about those previous 3 facts, this is what it comes down to. No, the Chiefs are not 500 only because of Patrick Mahomes. This is not Patrick Mahomes' best season. And what's interesting is we were just talking about him making up for some of their deficiencies and being a potential MVP. He was an MVP betting favorite, a month and a half ago? And that's changed. The Chiefs are struggling, and I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't watch them closely enough.
I don't watch them enough to give you a definitive answer. But Pat's not playing the way he usually does, and the defense isn't what they were last year. I think last year, that's what saved them was their defense was playing at a high level.
Yeah, I just who would have thought?
Actually, their defense ain't playing bad.
The Chiefs defense?
Chiefs, yeah. 6th overall.
It's just weird.
Bad against the pass, average against the pass, better against the run. Only giving up 18 points per game. I take it back.
It's just we're in a season where Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson are not on the 3 best teams in football right now.
Good.
And that's weird.
Humble yourself.
They're great quarterbacks. I love watching all 3 of them. All right, the Kraken are coming off a win, getting ready for a game tomorrow against the Penguins. Kraken Hockey Network's John Forslund joins us next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. You have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The best place to watch all your favorite sports. Featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, 6 windows, and 30 kiosks. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The Kraken beat the Blackhawks 3-2 last night, bouncing back after a Tuesday loss to the Red Wings. Next up, taking on the Penguins tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
Monty takes it in. A slot pass, they score! Hey, what do you say? Jaden Schwartz with his stick on the ice. Cha-cha with a huge goal, and the Kraken have a 1-goal lead.
Kraken Hockey Network's John Forslund joining us now on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. John, how's it going?
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Good. Happy to have you. Let's start by talking about that comeback. A win for the Kraken. What flipped the switch in their big third period?
Well, this team has the ability, within games, which is a good thing. You don't want to be flirting around with this stuff too much, but they were below average, to say the least, for 40 minutes of that game, and then manufactured and built the game. And we've seen that over and over again with this team, and that just gets back to, they recognize what they are. They recognize how they want to play. They know what their identity is supposed to be, and those are good components to get to a level of consistency where it shows up on a regular basis. And by and large, it has for most of this season, as opposed to last year where I think they were wandering around without identity and couldn't find their own team game, and because of that, would fall short over and over again. So far, so good. They've got 10 wins. It's a good start. They're in a log jam with everybody else, but that's where you want to be. But they're competitive, and they're competitive within games when they're not at their best. And when you're on the road in a compressed schedule like we have this year because of the Olympics, that says a lot.
Obviously, they're on their third head coach, and Coach Lambert. What's been the difference? What have you seen when it comes to philosophy or discipline? Or just how has the organization changed a bit with Lane leading the charge?
Well, Michael, that's a good question. Let me just say this. They got to stop, okay? 3 coaches in less than 5 years is too many. 2 general managers, although Ron is still overseeing the organization, Ron Francis. There's, they're on their second GM. That's too many. So there have been some adjustments made. There's been some decisions that are caused because, people have their hearts in the right places. But I think if they just settle down and understand that this is the guy that's going to get them to where they want to go. Lane Lambert has done a remarkable job from day one of training camp, just coming in and, letting everybody know, I'm the new sheriff. This is how we need to play. It's not that complicated. I need a buy-in from the players. And as you know, that's the most important thing in pro sports. You have to have a buy-in no matter what the game is. And they have. And so the players that have been here from the beginning, and there's a boatload of those guys that are still with the team from the first expansion year, they're good pros. They know how to play. They know what they need to do if they're guided in the right direction. And the organization is changing because, all the draft choices they've accrued to this point are starting to matriculate to the National Hockey League and becoming real and becoming players that can make a contribution. So that's a good trend, but you need one guy, one person, guiding the ship to lay down a philosophy and a style of play. So as I said at the top, you get back to identity. And identity leads you to a winning place no matter what the sport, too.
I think that's probably your answer to this question. Philosophically, it would make sense. I was going to say my expectations for this team heading into the season was that they would be in a state of building up, in a state of trying to find themselves. As far as a record, I wasn't expecting a ton. Overall goals, offense wasn't expecting a ton, but that it's all about just like finding out who you are. It feels like they've not skipped steps, but have kind of been on fast forward a little bit in terms of production. So is that kind of the identity at the center of that and kind of who they've become? Are there real performers here? I mean, what's behind kind of them exceeding those expectations at the quarter mark?
Great question. And it gets back to where they were last year. So last season, for me, and I said it over and over again, wasn't afraid to say it, but it was their lack of defensive recognition, their lack of awareness in the defensive zone, the trust they had in each other as a 5-man group in front of the goalie. That's hockey. That's how you play the game. And Lane had to come in and lay down a system that would get to that basic, like building a house. You don't start with the roof. You start with the foundation and you work up. So if you do that, you can awaken a team. You can provide more energy. The guys are it's a bad analogy, but they're coming out of a coma. They're kind of reacting to a new way of playing, which puts them in a spot to compete and work hard every game. And in hockey, that's the first thing you need. If you don't have that, no matter what kind of talent you have, you're not going to score, you're not going to have success. Now, to be fair, the Kraken do not have high-end offensive talent. That's the one thing they need. They don't have it. They don't have guys who can break the game open on their own talent. Other teams do. They can get away with playing a game that maybe isn't as based in a work ethic, but more or less based on talent, and they can win and they can outscore their chances or outscore their problems. The Kraken don't have that. So he had to get back to that, and he did it. And he did it in short order. And because he did, they started to gain momentum, and momentum leads to energy, leads to a new way of playing. And these guys are proud, and they're not happy with the way things have gone here. The second year was a wonderful, magical ride through 2 rounds of the playoffs, but year 1, year 3, year 4, not so good. So here you are in year 5. For the guys that are still part of the Kraken's organization, they want to put their best foot forward under the new coach. So basically they're playing a tighter brand of hockey, which leads into low-scoring games. And again, people get excited about the fact that they can't score at times. Well, that's because they can't. That's what it is. But if you stretch out your game, take risks, try to do what they attempted to do last year and score, you're going to get victimized. So for me, I think this is a great starting point. Mm-hmm. And I think if they just continue to play this way, it'll get better and better and better. And who knows, as you get into the second half of the year, the league is asleep on them. No one expected them to be very good. And so that's where they're at right now. But people will become more aware of their style as we move forward with the season. It'll get tougher, and we'll see where it goes.
Quick follow-up on that one, and this is going to sound like a dumb question, but you know infinitely more about hockey, and that's why we have you on. You mentioned, look, they just don't have that offense. They don't have that top-line talent. How do teams typically find that? Like, is it more infrequent that generational talent's available at the top of a draft in hockey? I mean, how can they find it?
If you look at the teams who are riding a high cycle right now, Colorado is the best team in the league right now, in my opinion. Carolina out east. If you look at where Florida's been and where they are now as a perennial Stanley Cup champion, looking for their third, you have to go through a period of time where you're so bad, you're drafting in prime positions to acquire these players. It's very hard to trade for, the way the game is set up today with a salary cap, trade for a high-end player, a superstar scorer, or to sign that player in free agency. Every once in a while they become available, but most of the high-end players are re-signing with their teams now as the cap moves up and there's more money available and they're signing these mega extensions. So the point here is that the Kraken have players who, like a Berkeley Catton, who's on the team right now, he's 19 years old. He has a dynamic offensive side. He should become a scorer at the NHL level. He should become that kind of player. There's another player named Jake O'Brien who's 18, who they drafted in the first round this year, who's in junior hockey. Doesn't do the fans a lot of good because it requires some patience, and you have to wait on that. But you have to draft those guys. Now, the drafted guys who are there now, Beniers and Shane Wright. To me, Shane Wright can become more of a point producer, and I'm interested to see where this goes because you got to bank on him as a 4th overall pick in 22. That's what you hope he turns into. And then there's Matty Beniers, who's a terrific two-way center, and you can win with him. It's just, I think you cannot expect Matty Beniers to exceed, 70 points in a season. 70 points would be a big year for him. So he's not going to be a prolific scorer, but he's going to support a winning program in the way that he can be a solid offensive, defensive centerman, like a number 2. So that's where they're at right now, and you got to fill in the blanks with everybody else and win and be competitive so that the fans are interested and you fill the building. So that's kind of the catch-22. That's where they're at. But to get that high end, the Nathan McKinnons, the Connor McDavids, the Connor Bedards, these superstars, Macklin Celebrini, down the pike in San Jose, he's still a teenager. You have to be at the bottom of the league to draft those players. And I'm not quite sure, based on an expansion situation and trying to build a fan base in Seattle, build the game, that's where you want to go right now.
Let's look at the Pacific. You know, with the Mariners this year, they got a lot of help, right? The division kind of kept them in it. So what are your thoughts on the Pacific overall and how it stands right now? It's crazy seeing Edmonton down near the bottom with the season they had last year. The Ducks at the top. Just talk to me about the division.
Well, Edmonton's a top-heavy team with two of the best players in the world, and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, but they've changed their roster each and every year based on the fact that they don't have a lot of salary room and they don't have a lot of support scoring for those guys. And it seems to be a situation over the last 2 years they've been able to get through it, and now it's starting to bite them a little bit. Defensively, they're just okay. In goal, they've got some problems. That's Edmonton. In the Pacific Division right now, for me, the best team is Vegas, and Vegas will emerge and will continue to be the cream in the Pacific Division. That's who everybody will be chasing, I believe, by season's end. Anaheim is a team that has transitioned from a rebuild into a team now with a collection of really good young players that are not only fun to watch, but it's difficult to play against with a new coach. They're kind of the dark horse in the division that have kind of surprised people maybe to this point. How long can they sustain it? We'll see. But that's a good team. And that's another team, like I was just saying in the previous answer, you know, they went through a cycle where they were terrible, you know, to get the players that they have right now that they drafted for. The rest of the division is there. It's up for grabs. And that's why I like where the Kraken sit. I like the fact that they can compete with all of these teams, including Vegas, based on their style. And that's going to put them in a good position because of all the teams that we talk about in the Pacific Division, the team that, to me, that has the most grit and the ability to grind and make it tough to play against are the Kraken. They don't have the talent level of Vegas, and they don't have the talent level, certainly, of Edmonton, and you go down the list here, even L.A., but they have the ability to grind games. And as we move forward throughout the season, that's going to be interesting to watch because it's not an easy mark anymore. And for whatever reason, they had lost their way last year and they became a team that, you know, was an easy mark, and you never heard the other side say things like, wow, that team on the other side, they're not only good, but they work hard. In the first 3 years of this franchise, people always said that about the Kraken, and they lost it last year.
Why do you think they lost it?
They lost it because I think they just were confused on how they wanted to play. Dan Bilesma came in and he had a really good philosophy on how he thought he could help them score more. That seemed to be the biggest need, but they were kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul. So they stretched out the ice to score at the expense of the defensive zone. That's not really a recipe for success. You know, winning hockey works from the defensive zone out. And if you have better players, then it looks different because you have a higher skill level. So even a team like Colorado with Cale Makar, Nathan McKinnon, you know, Marty Necas, you know, these superstar offensive players, the basis of their game is defensively because that's where it works from. And then that's how they get their chances. They just score more because they have a better power play. They have a higher end talent level, you know, and that's what you're trying to reach for.
Kraken Hockey Network's John Forslund, kind enough to give us some of his time today. John, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Okay, guys, keep up the great work. Thanks for having me.
See ya. That's really interesting. I really liked that our conversation with John spanned, hey, what have they done so far this year? How have they impressed? But I like getting into the kind of the philosophical, well, how do they get there? Conversations with the Kraken. It's such a I loved his answer about how you build up talent.
With communicating that makes it really easy to understand and visualize what's going on.
You should do that for a job. He should get into the business.
He should, man.
Of
He'd be really
storytelling
good
and
at
talking. He'd be so good at it.
At it.
Think if he just dipped his toe in it.
Right?
If he just tried it out.
You know what? Let's email him later and let him know our
No,
thoughts.
he's absolutely wonderful. Clearly, and great conversation with John. We thank him for his time. It's a Football Friday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to 4 Down territory.
This is 4 Down territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, how would the Titans be able to do the unthinkable? It's not going to happen and beat the Seahawks.
I'm not disrespecting the Titans no more today.
Because I'm doing it too much.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
The Hawks have a fumbling problem. That's an issue.
Yeah.
All right, if I'm the Tennessee Titans, I'm trying to punch the ball out every single chance I get. Sam Darnold has an issue with simulated pressure. What that is when you look like you're bringing 5, you only bring 4, but the 4th one you bring from depth, like as a linebacker or a safety or something. So it looks like you're bringing more than 4, but you're really not. If I'm the Titans, I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be stout in the run game. We know that the Hawks right now aren't very good in the run game. They're averaging like 3.8 per clip. You know what? Last year, the run game was better. 4.2 per clip last year. So all those things have to happen for the Titans. And then Cam Ward has to have the one rookie performance that they have every now and then where you're reminded why he's the number 1 draft pick. He hasn't gone for over 300 yards all year. He's got to go for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. If you start seeing those things happen, that's how the Titans are going to get this done. I don't think they're going to get it done, but I'm tired of the Titan slander sticking up for Mike Lefko and everyone else in Tennessee. They might not believe, but I believe you can play a decent game. All right? You go out there and you play your hearts out.
You know what I'll say about Cam Ward? Easiest person to root for. Were he not playing Seattle this weekend, I would be rooting for that every weekend for him.
Sure. Yeah.
First 0-star recruit to become a number 1 overall pick. Like an amazing story.
This is what we do. We just put out quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's actually true.
You know, we develop them, they leave us, and then they enter the league and do their thing.
But you build them up.
We build them up. Next up, John Mateer.
Second down. Who has an opportunity to factor himself into the future of this team?
Every opportunity I've gotten in football was because somebody got hurt. I was in high school. I was watching that guy. But Washington State.
4-time homecoming king.
Washington State, my guy Marty Martin goes down second week of the season. Boom, I go in. The spot is mine. In the NFL, like 3 guys went down. I got an opportunity. A little different NFL. They get healthy. You pay them. They get to play. But I got an opportunity because of injuries, and that's how the league works. Oluwatimi has an opportunity. He has an opportunity to show these guys, look, I can play. You have a problem at the guard spot, go ahead and push me over there. I can play some guard. I'm going to hold it down at center. My my college coach, Mike Levenseller, used to always say, Wally Pipp. Don't get Wally pipped. And I remember seeing these freshmen come in when I was at Washington State, good freshmen, Brandon Gibson, Joshua Anderson. They would come in, and I'm looking at those other guys. I'm like, they ain't taking my spot. That is Oluwatimi. He's coming into a situation to where the O-line has been solid for the most part throughout the year, but there is a link or two to where you question. So with this opportunity, Oluwatimi, hook up with Big Ray like you've been. Big Ray's been kind of mentoring this guy. And get your mind right, work on that pass pro, and show this team that you can be a guy here because we still have a question or two when it comes to that offensive line.
Great mentor to have as an offensive lineman.
Sure.
Third down. Why does the run game have potential this week?
All right, so I talked about it. The Hawks are averaging 3.8 yards per attempt. That is the 29th worst in the NFL. Last year, they were at 4.2 yards per attempt. Here's the good news. The last 3 games, the Tennessee Titans are giving up 5.2 yards per rush attempt. That's the 4th most in the NFL. The Titans are saying, let me help you. Let me show you that you can get this run game going. This is an opportunity for the Seahawks to get their groove back. It is crazy because they have a game where they rushed for over, 135 against the Rams last week, 198 against the Arizona Cardinals. But we still haven't had that game where we feel like things are really moving. This could be that game. You combine that with Mike Macdonald saying, look, we're going to give K9 more reps. He's earned the right to touch the football a bit more. He should have had 2 touchdowns last week. One was called back. He's 3rd in the league when it comes to explosive runs. We're talking about the run game like it doesn't exist, but it's given us exactly what we asked for last year. They are 14th in the league when it comes to running the rock, but we feel like there is more there. The Tennessee Titans, they're the Robitussin. They're the Advil, they're the ibuprofen. They're going to help you. They're going to make you feel better because they're not a very good football team. Stop with the disrespect, though, okay? Tennessee Titans, help us. Help us get this run game going.
I said this off air, but it reminds me of when I said on air that I wanted to get a Ouija board so that on air I could communicate with Babe Ruth and ask him if he thought Shohei Ohtani was better than him. And then enough people texted in and they were like, Stacy, don't play like that.
Don't play with the
devil.
spirits.
Yeah, they said don't play with the spirits. Don't let the spirits in. And at first I was like, oh my God, this is going to be like it's $14.99 on Amazon. Like the letters are crooked. This is not a real, there's no real, but this is, come on. But then it started to scare me. And then I found that a fear I didn't have 20 minutes before that was then one I had, where all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, what if I let the spirits in? Like, that makes me nervous.
Right.
I'm not messing around with that. That's how I feel a little bit about the Titans, so I'm trying to push it down. Like when you have hiccups, that's what I'm trying to do with fear of the Titans. I'm going to stand 10 toes down.
Good.
Fourth down. What should happen in the first quarter?
The Hawks should get going. Waste no time. They're averaging 8 points per game in the first quarter. That's the most in the NFL. The last 3 games are averaging 10 points per game in the first quarter. The Hawks typically get out to a good start. The Tennessee Titans are giving up 6.7 points per game in the first quarter. That's the 4th most. Again, let me help you. The Titans are sitting here. They're your comfort blanket. They're that friend you call when things aren't going good. The person you text when you need some advice. This is the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, we need you. All right, just continue to be yourself. All right, don't change for anybody.
Be yourself.
Be yourself and help us get off to this good start, or this fast start, because the Hawks have shown that's what they like to do. So this is your bounce back game, man. This is that get right. This is the everything's okay. This is the Sam Darnold, get your swag back. I want celebrations. I want y'all to act like this is the #1 team in the league right now. Celebrate, have fun. I know Stacy doesn't like people celebrating all the time, but celebrate, have some fun out there. You're against celebrating.
I didn't say that. This was when the Mariners were celebrating, clinching a playoff spot, and then would maybe a day or two later, whenever that happened, celebrate winning the American League West. And I said, well, do you think it takes away from the AL West celebration if you have a celebration before? And Bump said, that is ridiculous.
You celebrate.
Celebrate all the time. And then I said, okay, you guys are right. Both celebrations were very cool.
Yeah. So
I was wrong.
We need some celebrations here in Tennessee. I want to see some new ones too. I need the barnyard. I need Leo to do his tongue waggle again.
I need a Rashid Shaheed touchdown.
I need that
so
too.
that we can see what the celebration looks like.
I need that too. He seems like a humble dude. Like he's just gonna run to the sideline.
Oh
and
my
get
God. Will you tell listeners how it was for Hawks Live? You and Paul talked to him yesterday, Rashid Shaheed.
He is one of the most well-rounded individuals I've spoken to. And over the years, I've been doing the show 6-7 years now. I didn't even do that on purpose either. And they're always, every year there's a guy who kind of stands out. And Shaheed has been that guy this year. Also, Sundell was cool too, though. I like Sundell.
Can you always tell, do you kind of like watch a guy like between breaks where you're like, I'm trying to get a gauge, like this guy's a good dude, and kind of see how they act?
He stayed and took pictures with everyone who wanted to take a picture with him.
I love that.
And I was like maybe half an hour after he was done.
That's awesome. Hawks Live, Thursdays, 7 p.m., Bellevue Square Center Court, hosted by Michael Bumpus and Paul Moyer. Let's see what's on tonight.
What's on tonight with Bump and Stacy, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot. Now, here's what's on tonight.
Saturday, the Kraken take on the Penguins at 4 p.m. on Kong and Amazon Prime, while the Huskies play UCLA at 7:30 p.m. on NBC. Coming up next, Bump and Curtis square off in another game show. This one, obviously, about the Week 12 opponent, the Tennessee Titans.
High school football state playoffs are here. Don't miss the Seattle Sports High School Game of the Week.
He's in! Touchdown!
A showdown in the 4A semifinals when number 7 Moses Lake visits number 2 Lake Stevens.
The senior comes up with a big INT.
Tomorrow at 4. Watch it live on the Seattle Sports YouTube page and the Seattle Sports app.
Intercepted!
Presented by STSPN and Seattle Sports.
Start having fun. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Good Dog Auto Glass.
When your windshield breaks, the national brands say their fix is safe, but the quality is light. Instead, trust Good Dog Auto Glass for the best in quality auto glass.
Don't let the insurance company bully you. When you call, we answer the phone. Visit us online and get more bang for your buck.
Black Friday is coming, and that's the smart time to shop for a top-rated TV from Samsung, LG, or Sony. But why wait? You can get those Black Friday TV deals right now at Video Only. And then enjoy Thanksgiving with your new TV. Still want to wait? Then how about better than Black Friday deals? The top-rated TVs at stupid low prices. Check out Video Only now before the rush, or you'll be sorry.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app. Husky Nation, the rivalry is on, but this time it's bigger than football. This holiday season, we're taking a fight from the field to the table with Rivalry for a Reason, a competition fundraiser between UW and Oregon fans to tackle food insecurity across the Northwest. Every dollar you donate counts as a vote, and votes are unlimited. So let's outgive the Ducks and show our Husky pride. 100% goes to households in need, thanks to Safeway and Northwest Harvest. Visit dogsvsducks.org today.
I go to Starbucks every day. They introduced the app a number of years ago. I was a very early adopter to mobile ordering with their app. I don't need the cashier experience. I don't need standing in line. I can bypass all of that. That's an efficiency for me. Customers want the same thing. We video inspect all of our cars when they come in for a service appointment. So when we're doing a maintenance visit here, we do a video inspection of your vehicle. The technician shows you what your tires are at, what your brakes are at, what your filters are at. That's what we're sending to people. They open it, they look at it. We generally give them 3 choices. Hey, you can do the minimum, do something in the middle, or do it all. They're in a meeting, but we've met them where they want to be met for quick and efficiency. And that's meeting a lot of new tech customers, but also just transparency, because they can see that video inspection.
The LJ Way is the Lee Johnson Auto family.
Every jersey tells a story.
So many people dressed in Seahawks blue.
From unforgettable touchdowns.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, Johnny on the spot.
To game-changing hits.
He gets hitting it. Leonard Williams drags him down.
To memorable catches.
Jordan dropping back to pass in the end zone to Largent. Touchdown, Seahawks!
History lives in every thread. Shop official Seahawks jerseys in-store at Lumen Field, The Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/pro shop.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Titans, 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 Titans.
Apart from the Earth, Titan is the only celestial body in the solar system with liquid on its surface. Unlike our Earth, however, this liquid isn't water,
Unlike
but a
that
mixture
bum
of
Earth.
liquid hydrocarbons, for the most part methane and ethane.
That's right.
Most underrated moon.
I want to say that's one of Saturn's moons. I didn't quite listen.
It
but-
should be, honestly, every moon should be like Titan.
Yeah, it's one of the moons of Saturn.
Yeah. Our series is tied at 5-5-1.
Bump's just mad because we're talking moons. He doesn't believe in moons.
Yeah.
It ain't Warren.
Well, fittingly, he's one of our questions. Let's get started. Bump, the Tennessee Titans are the worst offense in football this year. They're 32nd in points per game. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, while this year's offense for Seattle is great, they do hold the distinction of having the fewest yards ever in a game in NFL history. When they finished with how many against the Rams in 1979? A.
Thank you.
7. B. 2. C. -2.
That's ridiculous.
D. -7.
All these are ridiculous.
So is it 7-2, -2, -7?
My first number in organized sports was 7. So I'm going to go with 7.
Positive or negative?
Positive. Well, you can't have a negative number in sports.
You
Sure you can. You can go backwards.
And they did. -7.
No, I said my jersey number.
Oh, you're still wrong.
That's ridiculous. Y'all suck.
-7.
Y'all the worst football team to ever
Couldn't
play.
move the ball forward.
What is going on?
So they did gain, I believe, 23 rushing yards, but
Okay.
unfortunately had -30
Oh, get
net
sacked so
passing.
much.
They should have kicked them out the league immediately.
Well, thankfully they didn't, and they went on to win a Super Bowl. Well, no points for Bump. Curtis, your chance. The single best passing performance against the Seahawks by a, I'm using quotes, Titans quarterback, was in November 93 when Warren Moon threw for it's Oilers, obviously, threw for 369 and 2 touchdowns. Before he was with the Oilers, which is the Titans were before they went to Tennessee.
Yes, correct.
Are you sure, Stacy?
It's important that I say that.
Uh-huh.
He won 5 Grey Cups with which CFL team? You do have multiple choice if you want it.
Yeah, let's go with multiple.
Okay. Toronto Argonauts, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Edmonton Eskimos.
I think it's between Winnipeg and Edmonton. I am going to say Edmonton.
Edmonton is
Finally.
correct.
All right.
Bump, you need to get on the board here.
Bump hates any CFL team that's not the BC Lions.
Exactly. BC for life, cuz.
BC Lions for life.
Yeah,
Rawr!
We all want the run game to take off in Tennessee, but even then, I don't know if Ken Walker or Zach Charbonnet are going to finish with the 185 rushing yards that Chris Warren did for Seattle against the Titans in 1994. Again, the Oilers, not the Titans. But who holds the record for most rushing yards in a game ever, all time, in the league, in league history? You've answered this question before, and it's why I included it here.
Have
I believe in you.
I've answered this before.
Yes, you have.
I know at one point the homie Jerome Harrison had it for the Cleveland Browns. But it's the UW guy. Can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. Corey Dillon.
Most rushing yards in any game ever, all time. Is that your answer?
Obviously, that's the wrong one. If you're saying it again.
Is it not Adrian Peterson?
It is Adrian
It's
Peterson.
296 for
Corey
Adrian
Dillon had the
Peterson
record, too.
in
He
had it, huh?
2007 against the Chargers.
It's changed hands a few times. Jamal Lewis had it one time, too.
A fun fact is that you have answered that correctly before. I had it on a previous quiz, and I thought, is this cheating? I don't know. I want to use this
I
question.
was on the semester system. 20 weeks is a long time.
For
You
sure,
forgetting
for sure.
stuff.
Curtis, your turn. Cam Ward was the #1 overall pick this year, and first to do that after having been a 0-star recruit coming out of high school. It's a great story, but let's talk first overall picks. Including Cam, 4 of the last 5 first overall picks have been quarterbacks. Who wasn't?
That'd be Trevon Walker from the Jags.
Yes.
Cooked over here.
It's straight on.
My worst performance.
No, Bump, I believe in you.
I'm the
Get
Tennessee
back. I
Titans
believe in
right
you.
now.
I believe in you. Bump, the Titans are an abysmal 1-9 team. but at least they have a win, and that's great. 2 teams have gone winless during the 16-game era.
Gosh.
Which one? You don't have to have the years, just the 2 teams.
The Lions and the Browns. That last one I just guessed. I'm like, I got to be the Browns.
It's pretty fitting that those are the 2 teams because those 2 teams have
They're
been
so bad.
horrible.
It kind of fits, right? Like if an alien were to guess, they would go, well, probably the Lions and Browns. Probably the Lions and Browns. Curtis.
Take me to your leader.
The Titans fired head coach Bryan Callahan earlier this season. Name a head coach fired in season last year.
Ooh, last year.
There were 3.
Robert Saleh.
Yes.
Nice.
Did Curtis win?
The wrap.
Well, I'm going to keep going.
Fastest victory this year.
Wow, that's tough.
I'm hitting that. It's mid-season fatigue, man.
That's okay.
You know, I've been traveling.
Well, I worked hard on these questions.
Jet lag?
I'm going to keep going.
You've been in the same spot for a week.
Bump. Jeffrey Simmons. Congratulations, Curtis.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Simmons is probably the best player for the Titans. He's got 5.5 sacks this year, which would tie which Seahawk for first place on Seattle squad?
Yes.
Yes.
I know Seahawks. I know that. Okay.
Curtis for the win again. The Titans are the worst. The Titans are the worst rushing team in football, averaging just 78 on the ground per game. Which team is the best?
Buffalo Bills. 2 points. 2 points. Buffalo Bills.
All questions are my questions. Okay. The next category is a fun one. You have the option of having Matt answer the question for you.
Ooh, let's go.
Bump, would you like Matt to answer your question for you?
Of course.
Bump,
It's either a really smart or really dumb thing to do, Bump.
your question for Matt. The Titans, a.k.a. the Teen Titans, are a superhero group in the DC universe.
Man.
Name one of their members.
Name one of their members?
One.
Robin, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire. Raven's in there. You got Hawk, you got Dove.
My God.
Nightwing, depending on the version.
Bump. Here we go.
You know what this is? This is a fourth quarter touchdown. That means nothing.
You garbage time touchdown. Curtis, your turn. Would you like Matt to answer your question?
Yes, let's do it.
Matt, what were the Titans called before they relocated to Tennessee?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Clearly has not been listening.
Well, no. Wait. No. Should I just guess a city?
This perfectly.
Well, you just need the nickname, I think,
I've said it multiple times. In
Yeah.
fact, if you look at the camera, at one point I said it and looked at you. And I said
that's not going to help.
That is such a cruel thing to have done.
Now, here's the thing. What we could do here is I have a question for Curtis. It's a different question. Would you like to volley it back?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, Curtis. In the James Cameron blockbuster Titanic,
Okay.
what does Rose say to Jack as she lets his dead frozen body sink into the Atlantic? If you want, you can volley it to Bump, but it gives him a point. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Guys, this is an all-time line. Hello?
There's no room.
Oh my
Save
God.
yourself.
She said I should have put you on the door too. There's clearly room on this
There's
thing.
clearly room on the
Clearly
door.
room on the door.
The answer, Matt,
I'll never forget
is
you.
the Houston Oilers.
You did say that.
The
You're right.
answer, Curtis,
never forget.
is I'll never let go. And
Never
she
let
says,
I'll never let go. I'll never let go.
You know what was weird about that movie? When the lady tosses the jewel into the ocean, I hate when she goes, "Oop." Like, why they make her make that noise when she tosses
because
the
it's
stone?
emotionally, she's letting go of something that she's held on to for a very long time. And it's kind of this like gasp of like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's an emotional release. But in that way of freedom.
They had them people looking. She had them people looking for that stone, man.
But it honestly,
Come on,
that stone,
Rose. Come on, Rose.
no one needed it. You know what I mean? It was given to her by Cal.
And she's acting like
Horrible
she's
guy.
giving it back to Jack. She don't know where Jack's body is in the middle of the ocean. Just
It's
randomly
with her.
tosses it in
No,
there.
she said she
Come
never
on,
let go.
man.
It's with her. It's in
This
her
dang
heart.
movie.
It's in her heart is where it is. Congratulations, Curtis. The series is now
Thank you.
6-5-1 and 5-6-1.
Man, that lead just went away quick. Boy.
Let's see if we can hear some important injury updates from Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. He's speaking with reporters from team headquarters next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. Like, you have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
Stacy here to tell you that I've had a horrible experience buying and selling a car, so I know a good one when I see it. And that's why I want to tell you about Wayscar Ford in Auburn. These are real people, Mark and Chris, and Way himself. Way is real. I know them, and you will too. And they want you to have a hassle-free, no-pressure experience when you're looking to sell your car or buy a new one. And let me tell you what, trusting the people you're working with is massive. Again, I really did sell my car years ago to this place that absolutely ripped me off. And I wish I would have known about Wayscar Ford's profit share program. Here's how it works. You bring in your car that you're looking to sell. They'll give you a true evaluation. If you accept the offer, they'll pay you the same day. The whole process takes like 15 minutes. Then once they sell that car, they'll split any profit they make with you, 50-50. The program is a win-win for everyone. They get to save on money that they would spend at auction fees, and you get to avoid scams and hassle. Plus, you can upgrade to a new model from their vast inventory like I did. They've just surpassed sharing over $1 million with people who've sold them their cars. Find out how you can do it too at wayscarford.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen. This is the home of the Seahawks.
Gonna let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN.
Seattle Sports.
Your new home is now ready. D.R. Horton, America's builder, has new homes that are ready today. With new construction communities throughout the Puget Sound and Central Washington areas, and more coming, D.R. Horton has the right home for you. At D.R. Horton, we're still building, with more construction, more communities, and more homes available every day. Find your new home, now ready at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and obviously New Year's is coming up. Can you believe it?
Book your stay at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel for an evening of elegance at a night at the Grand Ball. This New Year's Eve celebration includes the legendary DJ Super Sam. And sports fans, you got to check out the Hawks Peak. You're home for game days with great food and drinks, more than 60 TVs, so you won't miss a play, and a heated, covered outdoor deck with those great views of the Snoqualmie Valley. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Mike Macdonald speaking with reporters at Seahawks headquarters. Let's learn a bit about these injury updates ahead of Week 12.
With the injuries, Kenneth Walker got added to it. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we're just taking care of him today. So, I'd say it's precautionary, but you never know. But I'd say it's precautionary. We're just taking. He should be fine. It's just maintenance on stuff that he's a little sore, but he should be good.
Should be good for the game, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. The last 7 games of his contract, how urgent is it for you, the team, him to get the most out of these games?
We're trying to beat the Titans. So that's what we're thinking about doing. We love having. Ken's going to be an integral part of that. So we're trying to get the squad to Sunday.
Is Robbie Boots going to be able to play or what?
So Robbie had a personal matter earlier in the week, so he just missed some reps. His elbow's fine. We're working through some roster stuff on how it's all going to shake out, but that's what's going on with Robbie. So, but he's good. He's good. Everybody's, but he's back and he's with us, and we're getting him ready to as much as we can to go play.
And what's going on with Ernest?
His knee's just still working from a couple weeks ago, just working through it. He hasn't injured anything or anything. He's just working through his knee. Same knee.
Do you have a feeling on the likelihood of whether or not he plays?
Questionable.
With Torrey, is that any more of a long-term? I mean, it's been 3 weeks now, I guess, with him.
Yeah, you can look at what the situation is, but again, it's one of those things where we just got to handle it day by day, week by week, and treat the heck out of him. And I know he's working his tail off. He's doing everything he possibly can to get back. It's just one of those things where he just, it's just got to calm down.
In beating the Titans, you talked about this week, if I can recapitulate, but turnovers and then finishing in the red zone, that was an emphasis for you this week. How do you think they came out of it, the team?
Well, I mean, again, process over results. We'll see what happens in the game. I think our intent this week has been great. The guys have practiced hard. We've been sharp. Let's go let it rip. We've earned the right to go let it rip now in the game. We got one more walkthrough tomorrow, and then let's go do it on Sunday.
How was Gray's week for you, being able to get back out?
Yeah, this guy's a tough cookie, man. It's awesome to have him back out there, and he's it's a process. He's going to work all the way up to game time, and but he's confident, and it's great to have him out there.
How do you see Sam kind of bounce back this week in practice?
Yeah, I mean, we're not bouncing back. We're just working. He's out there. He's doing a great job like he always does. It's the same Sam. Sam had a great week. No, we're just treating him, getting his body ready to go. but there won't be like a pre-workout or anything.
What have you seen out of Christian as he kind of gets back up to speed with the handle a little bit he played last week, and if he needs to go for it this weekend?
He's practicing hard, doing some good things. You know, he's going to be ready to go if we need him. And we got several young guys that are practicing and working hard for and competing for opportunities, and Christian's right there with those guys.
Was surprised that he was on the field this week at all?
I mean, given what happened on the game, I am, yeah. But you know, you start to hear the results and see the tests, and you know, you see all the things and who he is. You know, I think we're learning on the type of guy he is. So.
But Kubiak called him. What did you say yesterday? Gangster.
A gangster, okay.
Did you know that? Will Gang, 6'6", 315.
Yeah.
Did you know that part of him at North Dakota State? Was that part of the scout, or did you learn that?
No, I mean, well, both. You know, both. Our guys are on it. They do a great job. We knew one of the reasons we loved him so much was the toughness. You know, the person, like there's some swag to him. Like there's a confidence. So those guys had him dialed that way. But like any person that we come in, you know, you're always going to learn, get to know their personality and things like that. How they work through injuries. You know, you get that information, but when you see it and it backs it up, that's pretty cool.
Robbie, you mentioned his elbows fine. You're doing some roster stuff?
Yeah, we might have some elevations, or you know, guys might not be up, things like that. We're gonna work all the way. We'll work through that up to tomorrow.
And Mike, you talked this week about DBs and now how you can match them up, the depth that you have now. How does Carl Scott and Jeff Howard? I mean, they're two different people, but what's that relationship they have enabled them to get that back end steady as it is?
Yeah, what I love about our staff is, you know, people take a lot of pride in their work, and I think we take a collective pride in our work. So, you know, if you're in our defensive staff, or you want to be on our defensive staff, like the ego of, hey, you know, this is my guy, or like this is my land, you know, don't farm my land, or like that's all just so stupid. Like, why would, you know, it's just a waste of time. You know, it's drag. Our guys don't do that. Our guys are team players. They're great coaches. We're always just trying to find the right thing to do that's best for the players at all times. That's how we make decisions. They got to put up with my crap all the time, and they do a great job of that. And we just sharpen each other, man. And to your point, they do a great job in the back end. I mean, we got guys playing multiple positions that need extra meeting time. You know, things have moved. I feel like we have a different lineup every week, it seems like. And you know, keeping those guys ready to go. And everybody's getting coached, which is great.
Had you had a chance to meet Kenny easily or anything at all?
No, unfortunately I haven't. And, you know, actually speaking of Carl, he played a highlight video for our DBs this week, which I thought was really cool. Man, what a tremendous player. So our prayers go to him and his family. But what an awesome player. Really, really awesome.
It's that crap that your assistants have to put up with.
You can ask them. Doesn't happen too often, but it's in there.
Maybe you talked a little bit yesterday about crossover tape. What did you learn about your offense, or you see your defense, and maybe how it evolves when you see how teams are attacking the other teams that play like you? Like you mentioned Baltimore. Like, does your defense evolve maybe based on what you're seeing there?
I'm trying to understand what you're asking. So you're asking.
You see teams attack a version of how you guys play. Does that help you maybe evolve your defense?
We see teams. Talking about how teams play our defense or our offense?
No, your defense.
How other offenses play other defenses that are like us.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Those are things that you keep account for that throughout the year. Again, you do this, like there's there's all these reels that you're trying to keep track of, like of the season, like touchdown tapes, explosive reels, things like that. So, you know, sometimes there's like common like trick plays that are going around the league that you want to be aware of. You got to be careful, like to go, chasing ghosts, to a certain extent. But yeah, it's important to. I think it's important to keep tabs of those guys and see what's going on for sure.
And on the extension of that, do you ever like see, oh, that's how Bernard is doing this? That's cool.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, it happens in really all three levels. it's good. May or not talk to some of the guys, from week to week too. So.
All right, that was the latest from Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. Wyman and Bob coming your way next.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. Like, you have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
Winter's here, Seattle. Is your roof ready? Get $500 off by scheduling your free estimate at 3treeroofing.com. Let us make your roofing project easy this winter. Our certified crews deliver worry-free installations backed by industry-leading warranties, even in the rainy season. 3Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
The birth of the American Supercar is now open at America's Car Museum. Curated by Steve Saline, it's a high-octane journey through muscle, speed, and rare supercars, plus racing simulators, great food, and family fun. Visit americascarmuseum.org.
I know a lot of you guys are listening from your phones right now, so it's the perfect time to give a shout out to my friends over at AT&T. The other guys will make claims saying this and that about how great their network is, and I'm just here to set the record straight that AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. I don't know about you guys, but it just gives me so much peace of mind when I'm going to do the things I love, and I know my wireless network's got me. Like if I'm going to a concert or a basketball game or even something outdoorsy, knowing I'm going to have fast service and can share what I'm up to is a game changer. You want to know you can post what you want to post, call who you want to call, and with AT&T, it literally doesn't matter where you're going. I promise you, they're already there. Don't just take it from me. Actual tests prove AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. When you compare, there is no comparison. Based on RootMetrics' United States Root Score Report 1H 2025, tested with best commercially available smartphones on 3 national mobile networks across all available network types. Your experiences may vary. RootMetrics rankings are not an endorsement of AT&T.
Wow, look at these Black Friday deals on TVs. Samsung, Sony, and LG at the lowest prices of the year, even on their top-rated models. Now we can get that top-rated Samsung we were thinking about, but we'll need to get up early on Friday.
These are great deals, but why wait? Video Only has all these deals right now. We can get what we want today, and they're even offering no interest financing.
So we can get these Black Friday deals right now at Video Only and pay it off later?
Yep, and many of their prices are better than those flyers.
Better than Black Friday? No wonder Video Only got those high scores when they rated TV stores. Let's head over now and beat the crowds.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or dishwashers, but you will find the best deals on the best TVs, soundbars, and home theater systems. Shop around, but then make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma. Video Only.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer.
No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports.